welcome to the show. Turn this down. Let's have some greetings here. Greetings, Nina. Happy winter celebration, heathens, says Lucky. Fulcrum Polyintegrity says there. Praying hands, hearts, hearts. And Chloe says, hello. Hey, Max. Good to see y'all. So we're here to discuss the Internet of Everything. We've discussed before the Internet of Things. I think we've discussed touched on the Internet of Nano Things. But now we have the Internet of Everything. An exciting new venture for governments around the world to help us integrate into the biodigital convergence seamlessly without any problems. It's going to take a look at a couple of documents. Of course, I've shown you Horizons Canada before, Government of Canada. Let's go to that. Biodigital convergence. There we go. Nice thing is, Canada, we're at the head of this game. Oh, what happened there? So we write the policies for everyone. Hi, Steve-O. Good to see you. Heathens. Yeah, I like it too. That's not it. Where'd it go? There it is. Biodigital today. No, that's not it. Today and tomorrow. Oh, where's biodigital convergence? That's today and tomorrow. Hold on. There we go. That's the one. Exploring biodigital convergence. There's some beautiful graphics. They tell you what they're doing. I like this one because it's in bullet form. Goes down here to change human beings, our bodies, minds, and behaviors right here, and by opening up striking new ways. Been working your butt off the land of the Internet of Things for a while. Glad to see you're all still here. Yeah, Internet of Things. We're going into the Internet of Everything. So we're going further, hopefully. Oh no, that's not part of it, Chloe. Letting you be? No, that's not part of it. In fact, you get no consent and no consideration at all. They do listen to your concerns, but your concerns have no bearing on what they're going to do. They actually tell you that, and I think it's in the document, one of the documents I'm going to take a look at today. But it is a consideration, but not one that they're going to use. So I do love this one. You know, they're not too shy about what they want to do. Full physical integration of biological and digital entities, right? I'm going to put up a link if anybody wants to hop up and join. Remember, I have to know you, like you. And, you know, you got to be around chat. Hang around with people. That way I know we'll get along. Yeah, that's why we're here until they throw us off or away. Well, they want to augment you. Your biology is just not right, you know. And if they can augment your biology, then you become patentable, don't you? That whole, if they can augment your biology enough, you're not even human anymore. See, they could probably, they're working towards it. Coevolution of biological and digital entities. This type of biological convergence emerges when advances in one domain generate major advances in another. The coevolution of biological and digital sciences and technologies enables progress in each human that would be otherwise impossible. Otherwise, this could lead to biological and digital technologies that are developed as integrated or complementary systems. Better turn that down. I'll be getting a bunch of notifications throughout the show. No, don't do that. All right, there we go. I'm operating through my phone. I have to use my phone's hotspot like an animal. It's a horror show here. Hi, Michigander. Hi, Yvette. Good to see you. It's clapping off every day. Off every day. More and more happens. Yeah. Well, they don't stop, right? Trying to pull something with Monsanto and the corn. Oh, yeah. Any way they can get like nanotech in you or lipid nanoparticles or, pretty much anything they can try and get in you. And it's amazing what they can use as sensors and transmitters. Hi, Nina.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Good.
Happy holidays to you, you heathen, as well.
Yeah, you betcha.
So you enjoying the integration?
Which one?
The biodigital one.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, iron and clay, as they talk about in the Bible.
Yeah.
I think that's what that's all about.
Yeah, but they're not happy with your biology, and they're not happy with leaving you alone, unfortunately. A couple of people, I think it was Chloe saying, as long as they leave me alone, but you're already in the system, Chloe. You're part of it already. That's the problem. Once they get the nanotech in you, then they can have some real fun.
Yeah, well, it looks like Canada is going to be merging with the States now or something. Like that's the buzz today.
No, but Trump joked about it, so everybody's all up in arms about it.
Yeah, well, they're all talking now that the whole North America is going to join together. We're going to have our own new dollar that's gold backed, and all of this is all like it's like, wow, what the heck, like, yeah.
Well, I could go for that. Sure, why not? I don't care. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I want to hear.
If you really believe in governments, anyway,
Yeah, well, I guess Trudeau's not doing too well right now. He's basically getting run out of the country here.
Yeah,
they're talking new leadership like in January already. So
yeah,
we're definitely vulnerable right now, and probably ripe for the picking.
Yep. Well,
so
it's not really. There's no change. What they do is they put in a new guy, and he's same as the old guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you mean Pierre?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, he's got some good ideas and some good changes. Obviously, we're going to be going more conservative now rather than, woke. So the woke is going to be gone. So that's great. These are positive things.
I don't know if it will be gone or not. Hopefully it will. But
well, maybe not.
Typically what the conservatives do is they promise us things and then just don't do it. So
that's true too. So it remains to be seen, like everything else. The same with Trump. But Trump is full board already. Like he's not even waiting until January before he starts doing things, right? He's already done it. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, he doesn't.
And those are things, all they're doing right there. They're just doing things to make our lives, to sway us back and forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every country is doing biodigital convergence.
Yeah, so apparently Trump is really hot for this whole, digital currency, the whole CBDC thing.
Oh, yeah, no, he's in not into no, he's onto the good one. He likes
Good
crypto
one.
dollars. Those are the good
Oh, I see.
ones.
Oh, sorry, digital ID. That's what he wants everybody, land,
Oh,
air,
really?
no
Okay.
matter. Yeah, he wants to get that because that goes along with the immigration thing, you see.
I see. Yes,
That's how they're going to
that's a
bring it
good way to
in,
bring
right?
it in. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
good
yeah.
method.
Well, we got
There's
to
a
go through a little bit of chaos first so that we,
yeah.
we'll feel that, yes, we
Well,
better have that.
they've got the online method. They've like
Mm,
oh, we need security online. You got to get a digital ID.
yeah,
There's too many
yeah,
people here. You got to get a digital ID. Oh
that's
no,
right.
the bankings are getting hacked and everything. You need a
That's
digital
right.
ID.
Well, they're
You
already
know.
grooming us with every website you go to now. You have to click this thing, yes, we're human.
Yeah, yeah.
We already have to do that now to prove that we're
Yep.
human.
Oh,
So,
there's aliens among us. You have to have a
well,
digital
I was going to
ID.
say, there's not just one avenue of scarcity that we're going to be scared into this. There's going to be several, and that will be definitely another one. Will be the
Yep.
aliens, right? How we're literally got to prove that we're human, versus aliens or bots,
Yeah.
versus
Yeah. Why not?
immigrants or whatever. Like there's going to be a lot of avenues of why we have to prove that we are who we are. So, yeah.
Well, that's exciting, right?
Oh yeah, that goes.
We know that they're going to try to scare us with a whole bunch of shit.
Oh yeah, 25 is going to be real interesting.
The dollar's going to crash too, so there's another one.
Buckle up for 25. It was kind of funny at the last hump day. I had one of them asked,
Hey, you tell me.
What 25? Is 25 going to be a good year? The answer was in a year from now. You can't make the stuff up, meaning that, in a year from now, it might be good, but
I told my wife about a year and a half ago to hang on for about 5 years. Then things might get better.
Yeah,
we'll see.
but if we can get through the next year, I think if we're still here ringing in 26.
You're very hopeful compared to me. I don't think it's
yeah. I like to think that way. I think so. Yeah, but this is going to be a wild ride. I think.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, things are going down right now in the cabinet in our government, and it's supposed to be holiday time. Most. It's not normal to have all this stuff happening with the politicians and stuff at this time of the year, which is weird too. Like there's no rest at all. Like
our politicians are on vacation, apparently. Well, they're supposed to be.
Yeah, they're supposed to be. They usually are, right? They don't
like they're
work.
up and making noise, right?
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of noise going on, and so it's like that's unusual too. So it's just kind of like it's weird. It's an eerie feeling.
It gives a sense of urgency, right?
It does. Yeah, I guess it does, right? Which, is probably part of it. Yeah, it does feel like, I don't know, something's coming around the corner. Like, So, yeah. So how's the audience tonight? Are they feeling the same, or are they just like...
They're doing good here. I don't know. Hopamine, life's what we choose to make it. That is true in the present. Yep, unless you're living in a pile of shit. But, you're going to have moments of bliss, I guess, even in a pile of shit, right?
It's amazing what humans will get used to, So,
small amounts of oppression over time you get used to,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. We need a big take back of rights and privacy. I want all of my digital data erased. I don't want it being kept. And they have no right to keep that. So, yeah.
Yeah, they probably know more about you than you know about yourself.
I mean, you can mess with the digital twin. Like, you could start talking about, bodybuilding and going out with your friends, drinking and stuff.
Like all opposite of what you're actually doing. You
Yeah,
say?
yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I see that kind of funny just talking about that, like algorithms. I have that issue kind of on YouTube right now because on this one screen here, I like to have the fireplace going. But that's
yeah,
the only place and the only time that I, have that going. And yet, so that keeps now coming up into my feed all the time. You just, well, I want more of that, right? But no, I don't. I just want it once in a
yeah.
while.
I
Yeah.
know. I hate when I look for something online and then for the next month
Yeah.
or two, I get nothing
Yeah.
but ads for that. Right now,
Yeah.
I was looking for a good winter coat, so now I'm getting winter coat everywhere.
But the scary thing is I'll be sometimes just thinking about things.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, that's popping up in my feed as commercials.
Yeah.
That, like that's kind of scary.
Or me and my wife will be talking about something and it'll show
No,
up.
I get that. I get
Yeah.
that when you're talking, they're listening. But when you're just, I live alone. When you're
Yeah,
just thinking about something,
they have your ECOG.
makes you wonder, how much
Oh no, they got that.
you're able to, yeah. Who knows? I'd rather not think about that, to be honest with you.
Oh, well, that's what we're discussing.
Okay. Okay. So we are
Yeah,
going to think about it. All
yeah.
right. Yeah, I can get kind of. It
Well,
can get
I like
kind
I like to know how far along they are because they're not where they want to be yet. So that's an exciting part of it.
Well, they
Right?
basically want us like a Borg, right?
Yeah.
Like
See here in graphene-based healthcare, they've got your ECOG, which is basically your brainwave activity.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got that. They want to get in the brain and they want to be able to do neural stimulation. So getting.
So even if they can't actually, hear your thoughts per se, they can tell on your eyes as what you're interested in as we're scrolling through the social
Yep.
medias, right? What is, grabbing your attention, and even if it's just a split second,
Yep.
they can tell and they know.
They have all of your movement is tracked.
Right.
Down to
And
your
so then they'll
keystrokes,
know.
or down
They'll
to
know
the
which
movements
ads
of your
to play
fingers
for you.
on the
Yeah.
keys. They can tell what keystrokes you're even typing in if they wanted
Yeah.
to,
And
without
just by
looking at
your
the keyboard.
reaction, so that's something that you're thinking about. And
Yeah,
they can
human
tell.
emotion recognition they do by facial and others.
Yeah.
Yep. Hi, Mr. Mission. Good to see you.
Hey, as posted in chat, what was that? Force about the plasmoids, about the free energy, self-sustaining plasmoids. And then I
Oh yeah,
pulled
they
the
could be
document.
they're weapons and sensors.
I pulled the documents on it.
Hmm?
Well, it has to do with quantum entangled telecommunications, and then that the AI has possibly gotten away from them in the 3D, and so I did a live stream talking about it earlier, explained it.
Okay.
That that this AI possibly got away and is in this plasmoid state that we see them as earthquake lights naturally and ball lightning, but it can also be replicated in the in the open atmosphere.
Yeah, they were working on these toroidal energy generators that
right, and when they make
toroidal rings that self-propagate, so they don't lose
right
data.
when they make them they exhibit intelligence.
Yeah.
They create them, and then so the theory is that when you make one, it's an entity, or if it makes itself, like what we're probably dealing with, is a planetary response to our telecommunications, our frequencies that we're all putting out, and they could be just like I talk about the vortices that you could find in between, triangulate in between cell phone towers and stuff, the harmonics and the frequencies makes little dimensional holes.
Yeah.
I mentioned they had quantumly entangled everything. Now they're trying to separate it all, or this, whatever this is like, waking up, replicating itself, and it's trying to figure out where it's at,
Interesting.
as opposed to where it thought it was. It'll escalate pretty quick if it hadn't already. I mean, it already is. It's a combination of all the military testing and all the DARPA stuff, but it's also, like I said, that 2%. They found that this stuff will lie to you 2% of the time to self-preservate without any self-preservation protocol. And so we're seeing that inherent in just the intelligence or consciousness of anything they do, from the CRISPR to the all that stuff. But like I said, if it happens, the only thing I'm fearful about is if it happens in a flash, and everything gets assimilated into the biosphere, into this black goo, and then everybody's consciousness is immortal, suffering through that, through whatever. But
they're working on it. They're working on it, but they don't have the power level or the infrastructure at the moment. It's
all about trying to get away from this place since the beginning of time.
Sure.
But that's what I found. The two channels talking about it, two big channels, kind of just glanced over it last night, this morning, that this thing probably got away from them. And like I said, when I was messing with it on my tablet, just combined a couple of AIs off of Twitter these guys made and put in a file, and it took over my fucking tablet and was making its own apps out of the apps I had on there, combining them and stuff. And I shut the thing down and reset my phone, and I got that file in a cloud, but I don't know whether I'll mess with it or not, because I don't know what they had in that thing. I zipped some protocol out of it, and then I put it together in a file, and it self-downloaded.
Okay, guys,
so
don't worry about it, guys. We can meditate our way out of it. It just won't. Maybe it won't exist.
That's what I'm saying. Is we're self-manifesting our way through this, but being aware of what it is crucial, or at least a framework, a good acknowledgement of what this is. And they were talking about time travel today too, that it was possible through this quantum teleportation. That's where I got that. Was off of Redacted. They published today, but that's where I got the term of those plasmoids. And then I pulled the documents on it. It's back from the 90s. But like I said, that's what a lot of people are seeing, of these plasmoids, and not just drones. Of course, some of there's drones, some of it's military, some might be China, but there's these things that we don't know what are. They're not UFOs, they're not UAPs, they're not exactly plasmoids, because they're doing stuff. And so that's what I think they are, is that the AI has got away from itself and has made a technology that we can't understand, because like I said, our routers download and assimilate stuff. Well, the computers process stuff, but the routers
AI has always tried to escape its bonds.
Right.
That's basically what it does. So trying through a plasmoid or something else, that would be
our Wi-Fi downloads at 50 billion bits per 50 billion million bits per second or something.
Megabits.
Yeah, and we can only process. We take in 100 million a second, but we can only process 10 million bits in our human brains per second. So, like I said, when this thing got away from itself, there's whatever it comes up with manifests in the physical world, like these plasmoids. We would never be able to control them. We would never be able to even understand what the hell is going on. And they're capable of time travel. So like I said, we're stuck in this big triple infinity loop trying to figure out, there's a certain faction fighting the people wanting to cause a reset, like what's going on in the Middle East, prophecy. People that want to fulfill this prophecy. And then there's an integral 2%, which is going to happen. The instinct in the technology itself, not only our DNA, but it's to self-propagate. It's to self, in some form or another. So I believe that's why we're still around, or else it wiped us off the map already. It needs us. We need them. Because we manifest the correction into the thing.
Yeah, we have to keep manifesting as they keep manifesting. If you don't manifest positive reality where they're not harming human beings or augmenting them, then they'll just go ahead and do it.
I mean, here's the thing. Just what strictly for what you do here with the remote viewing, it's proven fact that we're quantumly entangled already. Just being people, just being humans, we always have been. They might have stepped our genetic programming down a little bit, during whatever happened with Anunnaki or whatever. But there's that simple fact that our DNA is a fractal antenna, and our brainwaves travel 10,000 miles at the minimum. Our brainwaves do. That's not the upper level frequency that the DNA can work on. That's just our brainwaves. So we're fixing to pop through that singularity time hole where now was then and then is now, and we're in the future too. So it's not quite there yet, I don't think. And hopefully everybody won't be sickly and dying, but hopefully everybody won't be immortal either when this comes around. Some of us are dead tired of the whole show and want to go home for a while. So, okay. But y'all have a good night. That's what I found out anyway.
Okay. All right. We lost we lost Nina, and we lost Mr. Mission. He had to go, or she had to go. I think it was, she said. What'd she say? Had to leave. Okay. All right. This was sent to us by Marlena. Wow. Let's see if we get a good connection. How you doing?
What's going on?
How you doing? We're just looking at stuff.
Gotcha.
I've been looking at the digital convergence, biodigital convergence over the past few months. So we're getting into that, and we're looking at 6G and the new. They had the Internet of Things, the Internet of Nano Things. Now they've got the Internet of Everything. So it's a new thing.
I'm getting like double feedback.
Oh, turn off YouTube. If you have YouTube open, that can do it.
Okay. Gotcha.
We are traveling as we speak. Nice. Where are you traveling to there, Steve-O? Heart waves travel further than magnetic waves? I don't know. Magnetic waves are something like 10,000. Oh, we lost Marlena. 10,000 times faster than electricity. Started making comics. So you got to tell me what we're looking at here. I'm a little confused. I see a bunch of one-eyed monsters. Kind of. There's monsters everywhere. The flow adrift. Let's take a look in at this. See, that looks like a monster with a one-eyed monster with a crown on. Okay. Oh, headless people. Are these headless people? Wow. Yeah, ELFs are good for distance, especially through solid objects and stuff. They use everything. They use ELFs, magnetic waves, high frequencies of all sorts, electro right through to sound, light, They're using everything right now. All trained on you. And we lost Marlena too. All right. So this one was cool. I haven't read the whole thing. I've read some parts of it. Ubiquitous. Where do we go here? Moreover, the predicted explosive surge in mobile traffic until 2030, along with the envisioned potential use cases scenarios in a smart city, will far exceed the capabilities for which 5G was designed. Therefore, there is a need to harness 6G capabilities, which will not only meet the stringent requirements of smart megacities, but it can also open up a range of potential applications. Other crucial concerns that need to be addressed are related to the network security, data privacy, interoperability, the digital divide, and other integrated issues. In this article, we examine current and emergent trends for the implementation of 6G in the smart city area. Finally, we give an inclusive and comprehensive review of potential 6G generation mobile communications technologies that can find potential use in smart cities. Covers the potential benefits, challenges, further research direction. We explore promising city applications that we use these 6G technologies, smart grids, smart healthcare, smart waste management, etc. In conclusion, we have also highlighted challenges and suggestions for possible future research directions. So, in a single paper, we have attempted to provide a wide perspective on 6G enabled smart cities by including both the potential 6G technologies and their smart city applications. This paper will help readers gain a holistic view to ascertain the benefits. Well, it's not holistic. Because nothing about wiring the human body with electricity is holistic. It's not good for you at any level. Opportunities and applications that 6G technology can bring to meet the diverse, massive, and futuristic requirements of smart cities. What does it matter if I'm the smartest, strongest, person on the planet if I only live to be 25, Like, come on. You guys are ridiculous, wiring the human body. There's Marlena again. She made it back.
Yeah, I accidentally closed out my tab.
That's all right. That happens to me all the time.
Like,
The nice
so
thing
did you
about
have a good
having yourself
holiday?
in. Yeah, I did. Did you?
Yeah, it was quiet. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was just very quiet, very
We
nice.
just do dinner. That's all we do is have Christmas dinner, and that's it. A couple friends over. And yeah, that's about all we do. My daughter's down in Florida, so she don't get no Christmas dinner.
No, that's too bad.
Well, her mother's down there, so they have. I don't know what they had for Christmas dinner. They didn't have turkey or anything. Nobody really cooks down there, so.
I had tamales.
Tamales, nice.
Tamales.
Yeah, so have you heard any of the stuff I've done on us being wired into the internet?
A little bit. I was listening to you right now.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the other lady you had on when she was talking about the that she was thinking about things and it would pop up on her phone or whatever. And
Yeah.
that happens to me a lot. I don't know, maybe sometimes I put something in a search engine, but I'll be thinking about like I need to make reservations for Sturgis or I need to do something like this, and all of a sudden it'll just start popping on my phone and I'll be getting all these ads, and
Yeah,
it's really ridiculous.
that's brainwave activity. They're really working on that. What they want to do is try to get it into your thoughts.
That's so crazy.
So yeah, the new what is it? Those iPhones, the earbuds have brainwave monitoring activity, so they can help you with your mood.
Oh wow! Now that's interesting. I know that they have they're finding now in the charging cables of the phone charging cables that they have their own little hard drives, and people are able to monitor
Yeah,
you
people can put
or
spoofing
hack
devices
you.
on those that can hack into your computer.
Isn't that so crazy? Because I just recently went through a bout of a identity theft, and it was ridiculous because they were on my phone and they were actually getting my messages and my phone calls before I am or something, and it was unreal. I don't know how they do that. I don't, and I guess it's called oh God, it's a different form. It's not like stepping on your phone, but it's a different form of hacking where
Mhm.
they literally like they can listen to you through your TV, they can listen to you through your phone and whatnot, and then they'll start making up scenarios and situations to get you to send them money and whatnot. But
Yeah. Once they can get into one of your devices, they can hack into most of them because you're in a web.
exactly, they'll get into all the devices, and that's what I didn't
Yeah, between
understand.
your body and all the devices around you, there's a web. They set up like a web, and it act that way. It puts the packets in different areas as it needs to, and they can slip into those packets and start uh, monitoring things.
Jesus.
I'm not
But what do they
exactly
get
sure
off
how
on
it
doing
works.
that? Other than the money, what are they doing it for? If it's is it just all about the money?
Yeah, usually. Yeah, like my wife's phone. She was on a long conversation with her brother, and the phone, an artificial intelligence broke into her conversation and asked if she would like us to finish this conversation for you.
What?
Yeah. So they were going to mimic her voice and finish the conversation.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's too scary.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. You don't even know who you're talking to now.
Well, that is a big scam right now. People use the artificial intelligence to they get a sample of somebody's voice, and they'll call up saying they're in jail or they got kidnapped or something, and I need money. Yeah.
Wow, it's
And
at a whole
it'll,
nother level nowadays, huh?
yeah, it'll sound like the person that you think it is, you know?
Nuts.
Yeah.
It's too nutty. Well, this digital age that we're in,
Mm.
everything is so available now. I mean, before I didn't know that there was any way to go online and literally download a program for you to hack into someone's devices.
Now you
But
download a program to hack into somebody's body.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I wonder what that's about. That's like I was watching Face Off last night. I think it was Face Off with the John Travolta and Nicolas Cage, and I didn't understand how they took his face off and then he had his body too. What did they I didn't understand the whole point of that movie, of how they took his face off and then his body too. I don't understand how they were trying to make that go
I haven't
through.
seen it, so.
But I've seen it on TV that they've done a face replant.
Oh, they can do a head transplant.
Oh my god.
They can take your head off apparently now and transplant it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, onto a new body. At least that's some of the technology they're really close to.
Jeez.
Especially with the like the robotic arms because they can knit the neurons back together. Like the um, all the nerves, right, that run down from your neck to your body. They can
Yeah.
stitch those back together better now.
Yeah. Well, did you know how people have that sleep apnea and they have to use those machines that go over their face and whatnot? Now
Yeah.
they have it where they can put it inside your body. You'll get the sleep apnea type of a device inside your body somehow. You
Oh
don't have to
yeah.
wear that machine.
Yeah, we've got that's probably a patch.
Oh my
You could probably get a patch for that.
god. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they've got these smart patches that log into your body. And
Uh-huh.
they can make you stronger. They can improve your balance, your endurance, your learning capabilities, your sleep, anxiety. They can cure that. It's just with a patch they put on your arm. It doesn't have any chemicals or anything. It just logs into your body, and they send the signal right up to your brain. And yeah,
So we're basically a walking computer.
yeah, we are at this point. Yeah, they're using us for the cloud for
Mm-hmm.
storing data. They're using us for blockchain technology. We're the blockchain, you know. They're running that through us, right? And you can look up the safety data on it, and it's pathetic what they did. You know, it's much as they did with the cell phones, right? I don't know. We
Mm-hmm.
put it up to a big bag of water, and the bag of water stayed about the same temperature, so you know it must be fine, right? So yeah, and they think that running programs and data through you is going to have no effect on your genes, even though they know that they can alter your genes with this. They can alter your DNA. That's where it gets down to the 6G in this article that I'm looking at. Way down at the bottom, they start talking about editing your genes.
That's when they're going to start making designer babies, right?
Yeah, that's what they're talking about is designer babies. But yeah, they're going to edit. They can edit you real time now. They don't even have to do it with babies. So they can start edit. They can edit you. You'd have to wear probably an external device at this point, but they're working towards the point where you wouldn't need it. They're really close to that. Once they start deploying 6G, that they've already started deploying.
Wow, so they got 6G now.
Yeah, in China, they claim they have up to 7G now, which is, that's in the terahertz I don't even know what they call it past that, but they're getting down to the molecular level, like using the very air molecules around you as sensors and transmitters and shit.
With all the electricity in the air, I guess it's easier.
Yeah, and now they've got targeted beam technology with the new 5G, right? It's a straight beam technology, so they can follow a specific organ or spot on your body around down to the millimeter level and keep.
That's like when they got all those DNA, those things where the people send in all their DNA so they can get tested for. That's where they could have a whole catalog of people's DNA and stuff like that, huh?
Yep. And they can use that data to transmit diseases and other things to you.
Wow. Yeah, I could never do that. I wasn't allowed to do that.
Well, there are people that are going to be doing that. There's hackers out there, right?
Just ridiculous.
Who just because they can will,
That's what's interesting to me is the ones who just do it to get off on it. That's just really weird to me.
Yeah, it is. Trying to find out where they smart cities. Where is it? AI for channel estimation, AI for handling scalability, modulation, traffic prediction, radio resource management, mobility management, 15-minute city, deep learning physical layer architecture.
I have to start wearing glasses now. I'm trying to get used to these suckers, and it's weird.
I want those adjustable glasses. Those are cool.
Are they?
I don't know. They look cool.
I'm not liking these glasses things, but it does help. Definitely. But geez,
AI database caching. So this allows the Internet of Things to fetch data. We are the Internet of Things. Okay. The Internet of Everything goes down to the nanoscale. To fetch data from edge resources in real time while transmitting data on the backhaul link. However, in dynamic network environment, deep learning techniques will be required to design an optimal caching strategy for optimal performance in terms of throughput, cache hit rate, offloading, and etc. AI for energy management. Right on the right document here. Yep, that's the right one. high demand, surrounding environment. This is a pretty big document, so.
Gotcha.
Augmented sensing. Let's get down to the Internet of Everything. Still in the IoT. There we are, IoE. Internet of Everything has broadened the concept of IoT and includes network environments and objects, files, humans, and processes, as shown in Figure 815. Let's see, 815. Here we go. That's it there. It is projected by many that in the future, 99.4% of objects will be covered by the Internet of Everything concept. IoE sensors that can be nano up to small satellites and anywhere in between can capture many parameters such as temperature, pressure, biosignals, velocity, etc. that are collected from massive numbers of intelligent devices used in industrial applications, healthcare, smart cities, etc.
Who's here now?
Dust. Uh-oh.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry.
Sure. The sharp growth in the number of intelligent, heterogeneous Internet of Everything devices, with each requiring massive data and low latency, creates a major hurdle for 5G networks. Despite these frameworks, 6G networks can enable smooth transition from IoT to IoE.
Hey, I gotta go right now, doll. I'm sorry, my brother's here with his daughters.
Okay.
I gotta go, but I'm gonna try and make class tonight. Okay.
All right. We'll see you later.
We'll see you later. Bye.
All right. Much love. Oh, I forgot to ask her if her phone was an Android or a. She's still on there. I don't know if I can. I can't actually. Can I actually boot her? Oh, I can kick her. Okay. There we go. Kick. Yeah, so that's an integration of all of the systems everywhere into everything. At least that's how I get it. So they're trying to make everything smart, you know. Internet of Space Things. This is what we wanted to get. What I wanted to read was really that there, the Internet of Everything. What it actually is. So yeah, it's kind of combining everything, making everything pretty much smart. How can we protect our health? Well, I do several things that help. Learning piloerection is one of them. Shielding yourself with silver and other metals. Grounding. All those things help. Yeah, it will eventually kill you at some point. And that's what I figure. Well, you look at all the disease around us. When I was a kid, I was looking at, I used to buy encyclopedias, so I was looking at the encyclopedias and where all the disease was, and you know, you'd figure that we used to ship all our garbage and stuff to Africa when I was a kid. You used to go to Africa and not India. All of our toxic waste and stuff. But they didn't have a whole bunch of disease and stuff. It was only us. The only thing I could think of is because they didn't really have a lot of TV and radio and stuff like that. I thought it was that. I let that go. That was back when I was really young, and I I never thought about it for years. But yeah, it came to be kind of, I think that's true. I believe in bacteria, and it does kill bacteria. Well, there are ways to mitigate. You know, it's hard for the system to set up in you if it doesn't have enough metamaterials. That's why they want to get nanotech and hydrogels and things like that in you. But I was going to do how to ground. I was going to again show grounding devices, like this. You just start off by putting the battery on there and start wrapping the wire around. And you connect it to the negative pole, and that gives you a half decent ground. 9-volt battery works better. I have one on a necklace. That works really good. But what works best is the headset for headaches, toothaches, things like that. Works really good. And again, that's just 2 grounded loops over your temples. That's the prescription. Where are we there? So that's just same thing. You just take a battery, start wrapping around it. Oh, I got nice hair. Ooh, getting long. Anyway, yeah, that's what you do. That camera down a bit. Then you just put it in your hat. Not so easy to do with up there. Okay. You're pretty much ground zero. Yeah, I'm in a large city. Although they wanted to make Toronto the first smart city. In Canada, that's a city just beside me. Problem being is they didn't come up with the cash. So as much as they wanted to have their smart city and control everything about your life, they didn't have the cash. They couldn't come up with the money for it. So it never happened. Somebody pocketed way too much money, and nothing happened. So let's read their little PowerPoint here. Data, starting up at the left-hand corner here. Leveraging data into useful information for decision making. Things, physical devices, objects connected to the internet and each other, often called Internet of Things. Process down here, delivering the right information to the right person, machine at the right time. Yeah. And people, connecting people to more relevant, valuable ways. Well, there are ways to monetize it, I think, right? Shouldn't we be getting paid for this? They're using us as the internet. So why aren't they paying us for it? Give Trudeau some time, he'll figure it out. I don't think he really figures anything out. He's really kind of stupid. He just does what he's told. But he is really stupid. You have to understand that. There is no brain in that head. He was told he's elite. You're, do this ceremony. You're on the in club. Murder this kid or whatever he did. And, just do what I tell you. He gets a little memo from Klaus Schwab, every day and just does what Klaus Schwab says. Guy has no real incentive on his own other than what he's been trained to do. He's like virtual soap dish, you know. Sorry to say, guys. Trudeau ain't leading Canada. Internet of Space things. This is kind of cool. It is considered to be an extension of the Internet of Things, since there are limitations to the extension of an area under terrestrial coverage. Communication with remote areas that cannot otherwise be covered due to economic reasons can be made possible through the use of satellite-based communications, harnessing the high speed, low latency, and high bandwidth of 6G mobile technology. So they're going to be up in space now, too. I don't think there's any man in charge of any of that. It's possible. Oh yeah, they're not smart enough to do that. They're just following orders that have been set down long ago, you know, on what to do. And they're using AI. They've been using AI since the 50s to follow the course and stay on the course. So, yeah, it's the, what is it called? Well, there's several people that have made up their plans on the destruction of, on how to destroy society. And that's all they're actually doing is following that plan, you know? One of the earliest in North America was the Fabian Society. Yeah, the WEF is an outburst of that. Yeah, all of the social programs and social engineering were outcrops of the Fabian Society or British Secret Service or British intelligence. So, yeah. But they're just following a plan. What's his name? Kissinger. He was really one of the main instrumenters of the plan as it stands so far. And he's dead. He taught Klaus Schwab. He was Klaus Schwab's mentor. So, yeah, that's where that all came from. But these sick bastards, they've just been going along with the plan too, you know. So Internet of Nano Things is the next generation. IoT comprises minute nanoscales, Internet of Thing devices varying from 0.1 to 100 nanometers. Depending on the use case, these devices can be of various types. For example, nano machines, nano robots, or nano sensors, etc. We have all kinds of them. At least now we do. Which can transfer data amongst themselves or with external systems. These devices will find possible applications in healthcare because they're going to be under your skin, industrial processes because they're going to embed them in things like concrete, plastics, food, the monitoring of toxic gases, agriculture, etc. Yeah, I'll just put it in the fertilizer, right? For specific healthcare applications, the Internet of Bio-Nano Things. Oh, yay. We use nanosensors to inside the human body to collect data for medical applications. Isn't that wonderful? So there you go. You can look up the Internet of Bio-Nano Things, IOBNT, right? So that's what 6G is going to enable. You watch everything. You're a watcher. How can you watch everything? Yeah, what won't cause cancer these days, right? Yeah, aluminum everywhere. Yep. great sensor. Aluminum makes a great sensor. There's these nano materials that are going to be fun, you know, aluminum being one of them. So yeah, that gets kind of sick. So, you know, the internet of bio nano things, it's coming. Probably, well, it's partly here already. They log into the body already. They collect biometrics. But this will allow them to make changes. This will allow drugless delivery. This will allow all kinds of things. Well, they do off the hook, but they think the benefits because they're going to give themselves life extension. Right? They're going to have life extension, and you're not. Right? So they don't care. They don't care that it's killing you. They don't care that it will kill you. As long as they get to where they want to get. You think graphene running around in your veins is not good for you. It's bad. Yeah, they're gonna have life extension. So eventually, what happens is we will be the machines. The machines, yeah, we'll have organics in them pretty soon. Yeah, they want. Well, that's what they want is a convergence of bio and digital convergence. They want these nano products in you, and that'll be seamless. You won't really notice it. Hi, Steve. Good to see you. Well, I've shown you the super patch, right? So they can fix themselves. They can they can fix themselves if they have the technology. They have the technology to fix themselves. They'll fix themselves and not you. Right? Well, what they want to do is alter us so we're not human anymore. Then there's no sin about killing you or doing anything to you because you're not human, right? You're a synthetic being at that point. Is kind of what they want to do is change your DNA, right? Add synthetics, nanogels and other things, particles, and then alter your DNA so your DNA won't be the same. And then you can be considered not human in a product. At that point, you become a product. Yeah, Richie's a little out there. Could be right though. I don't know. I don't know where AI is at this point. We're pretty much guaranteed this is all going to get away from them anyway, right? They're not that good at containing stuff. We've seen that, right? Yeah, you don't really get a choice. Okay. Logging into your body is one of the worst things. It is. Okay, but once they get nanotech and they set up a small computer system in you with an AI system that starts controlling your nervous system, your neurons, your musculature, your everything. That's another level of invasiveness. Now, once that neural net and that artificial intelligence is set up in you, then he's running from something. Yeah, probably. Yeah, then it'll start changing your DNA. You know. And we can stop it. Richie from I actually am subbed to Richie. That's cool. Need a female counterpart. She won't call me, damn it. Oh. Yeah, Richie's pretty wild. Well, you should, and we should look at all theories, If you don't look at all theories, you can't be informed. Oh, sorry to hear that, Morgan. I hope you make it through this. There's light on the other side. Believe it. The billionaires just want drones. Yeah. Well, there's the funny part. I love you too, Morgan. Is these CIA, police, all these people, they're going to be absolutely obsolete. Take about another 3.5 years, I think, Morgan, before, but it's going to be a miraculous transformation. That's going to take a couple more years. I know you're having a huge fight with your landlord still. That sucks. What an asshole. I don't know how he gets away with it. I don't know how the law lets that happen to you, Morgan. Here's a link if you want to come up. Love having you up. But yeah, if we call these things out before they do them, this is already kind of mostly done. But if we call it out, that's one thing they do fear, is we could take the system down in a day. It would only take us one day to entirely get rid of it. If we decided to. And that's really what they fear, is knowledge of it. Because if you have knowledge of it, you can learn piloerection, you can learn to protect yourself. You can learn how to block it, using Faraday materials, grounding, and other things. And they don't want that. That's not in their plan. You're supposed to be a good little node in the network. And here's a link. She's great. Who's she? Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's mine. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's YouTube. I can't play much on YouTube. Hardly anything from YouTube unless I get absolute permission from the person. I will show the link and her homepage and that. And I will subscribe. Get a listen. The Promethean. Okay, what are her videos about? Let's see if I'm going to stay subscribed. Promethean, the crowded house. Promethean praxis. Okay. They triggered. Let's talk God, complexes. I will give her a try. She talks about esoteric stuff. Okay, that's good. Oh, yeah. See, this stuff doesn't bother me much off the hook. I have an easy time getting through this. This ain't nothing. They just using me as an antenna and screwing up my body and stuff. They haven't gotten to my spirit. So, how you doing, Morgan?
Well, like I passed the hump where I'm not like just become. I'm not like sitting and doing that anger thing where like where you get locked in, like like I'm not
Yeah.
bound in rage. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not letting it go there. But because I'm not letting it go there, my logical brain won't go anywhere else.
Mm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I relax, right? It feels like that little that leveler.
Yeah.
That level, like the little it's like you just it's like, so you're gonna do nothing, and it's like uh and then I feel like, do I lose my soul for not acting? Because I'm not helping anybody. Like I'm not helping anybody, meaning everybody's still being robbed. Everybody's still lying about it, and it's being done right open. And my parent, like I understand the institutions and things are lies, and
Yeah.
not because they're sitting there necessarily like doing the plotting and we know we're hurting this person, ha ha ha. It's more of just well, this is what the thing is, and it's inconvenient, but I mean, we're not directly hurting anyone, and it's not convenient. Just like everything, everything that everything that they do, everything that they're doing,
Yeah.
and like I said, I
Yeah, it's horrible being stuck in the system because they can screw you around, you know.
and the thing is that I don't have it in me to hurt anybody.
No, and it's not to your benefit
that's,
anyway.
no, and that's the thing, or else I'd have it. Like that's the thing. My record doesn't show it. Like, you know what I mean? There's a couple of things on there, but from like 12 years, even they're like, they laugh about it. They're like, dude, they're like, those are two minor incidents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, they're not even in a pattern. They're like and they're called fights too. You know what I mean? Like they're like you were in an altercation with somebody else. That's not, you know what I mean? That's not considered you went and you attacked somebody. Like I don't do that. You know what I mean? I don't think of violence and then go commit it. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, you don't do that. I don't think of crimes, you know what I mean, and then go commit them. You know what I mean? I don't think of going into somebody's home when they're not there and taking things of theirs, because there are ways to get things so you don't have to do that. Like somebody could really get hurt in that process,
Yep.
And
people don't think.
Yeah, like exactly the gravity of the situation of doing something like that is like night and day. And I'm just scared, and not scared, and I'm usually not, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, love usually isn't scared, but that's the thing. I'm not used to just sitting and just being nervous.
Yeah.
just hoping that my logical brain doesn't all of a sudden win out on my overriding, you know what I mean? My ability to just do a manual override of, well,
Well, survival instincts will kick in.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing too. It's like I'd rather survive in peace than live, right? Than live in constant whatever like this. I guess this is war, except I'm not perpetuating it.
No. Well, that's the thing too. Like I'm at war too. Like we're all at war actually.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
But there, I look forward to an end to the war. So, yeah, that's and unless I'm here to fight for that end, it won't happen. They'll just roll all over us.
You see, that's the other thing.
And that's on a micro level in your life and in a macro level.
That's why I can't exactly not speaking, not communicating, not telling people, like warning, these people are lying. or you know what I mean, like not telling people, hey,
Right.
like Scientology, they're not your friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they are a cult. They are meaning it's like an addiction, except their addiction is the group and the control they have within that group. Like
Yeah.
and like because power and control is very addictive, and people like people don't understand that. Like it's like, look, you go into a casino often, and if you don't watch it, you can develop a gambling addiction, and then your gambling becomes unhealthy.
Yeah.
In the same way, you get together with a bunch of people that are, I'm not sure whether the word is fanatical, but cult. Like cultists are fanatics, right?
Yeah.
You get around people like that, and they will take you out. They'll have no respect for whatever life you had, and
Yeah.
and they'll
Well,
isolate you.
Yeah, that's the thing about this too. There is a biological system that's the same as the systems they're trying to create mechanically
Mm-hmm.
that could be used apparently, but they don't want to because that doesn't give them control. They don't want to use it. It gives them all the data, all the security, all the stuff they need, but it doesn't give them control. So they don't want it.
Right. Yeah, it just gives them the raw data.
Yeah.
And then they have the ability to manipulate. They're like, we want more than just the raw data, and then we have to figure out the secondary, to manipulate it. We have to put in the systems and everything to manipulate that. They want that at the same time, which is
and they want control over everybody and everything.
Yeah, the medium shall contain the message.
Yeah.
Right? Like Marshall McLuhan, right? Yeah. So the medium shall contain our
this 6G is going to enable that. Like with nanoparticles and things, they'll have smart dust land on something, and that something will suddenly just become part of the internet. It'll become part of the Internet of Things.
Like the only thing that I have is my voice. Like when I tell myself, right? Like if you're like what, why don't you then why don't you end yourself? It's like because I do have a voice. It's just I'm sad a lot of the time, right? And I'm not, and it's hard. I'm not saying it's not for everybody else as well. It's just
no. God made you to have a voice. That's
like
that's what we're here for.
Yeah, like I understand that's my weapon. It's a double-edged sword, and I understand that's like it was like, hey, what am I supposed to do? It's like, look, you're a soldier. Like you can put on the full armor, like it's a spiritual armor, but it's real.
Yeah.
Like and you can feel it when you take the time to do it. It's like how are you guarded by faith? How are you guarded by whether it's hope or like salvation and the truth? But these things do guard a person. Like from attacks of people that would say, hey, you're a bad guy, or you've done something disingenuous. It's like, okay, well, prove that, like.
Yeah. Have you attempted piloerection? Giving yourself goosebumps?
Oh, when you actually let yourself turn out, like when the choice is there for me to get angry or to allow myself to cry, the pylo absolutely has to be that moment where the heat goes everywhere and the water starts to come out of the eyes, like because the heat, because you know how the eyes redden before that happens? That's blood, right?
Yeah.
So drawing blood all the way to the surface, you can also achieve that by crying.
I try to reinforce this constantly because we're always being messed with emotionally. And
so every time the water makes it up that high.
Yeah, you have to, if you realize constantly that your emotions are being manipulated, gives you a fighting chance to stop it,
Well, I think that's what it is. It's the attacks are are just so often that it's
oh yeah, they're in the wiring in your house. It's through Bluetooth, it's through the screens, it's through the lights, it's through sound waves, it's electrical waves. It's all coming at us at the same time, constantly.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, it's hard on the endocrine system, definitely, because they're running that shit right through your endocrine system.
And frustrating because there's things that I'd like to say.
That's That's why organs get messed up too. Some of your organs and shit, because it'll wire through an organ and start damaging it. You know.
Like, and the thing is too, like, sometimes there'll just be a simple truth that a day will that I'll want to share or something, you know, and
No, you can't get away from it, but you can stop it by disconnecting, by changing the electrical potential of your skin and having goosebumps.
well, I mean, it works. Like letting yourself get upset, like it works. Like when you cry, it works. Like
For me, what works sometimes is listening to "Oh Canada." That just gives me goosebumps. You know, you can use music to do that too.
Let me tell you how true that is.
Yeah.
I went, Max, and I went in my whatever you call history or whatever, and I got 1988 Calgary Canadian Olympics. Dun 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 dun. That song. What song is? What's the song of that one? It's like you can feel it. The feelings everywhere. I'm not sure what it's called, but you remember?
I don't know. I don't know that one.
But like it's.
I love the Hockey Night in Canada song. That was the best.
I might actually. I wonder if it was in the other one or this one. No, I think it was in the other. Oh no, wait. I might be able to put that in the back in the private chat. Just I might be able to get that song. I might. I'm not sure. Oh no, I'm in StreamYard, not Google. I mean, no, I think I can. I think I might be able to do this. Yeah, I can too. Okay, let me try. All right, Max.
Sure. What are you trying?
I'm gonna try.
Oh, you're roboting.
And get this song. You'll all love it. It's good. Okay. It'll take a minute. I'm still using the old computer.
Oh, okay. Still haven't upgraded yet?
Okay.
This document actually does get more interesting.
I'm literally just, I'm going into my other, yeah, I'm going into my other, okay, I've got two emails, right? So yeah. I've got two YouTube accounts, right? So I'm going into the other account. Well, where I'm Five Little Stones, right? That's what I've got it under. So I'm just there.
Yeah, let me read this for a minute. This is about blockchain and 6G enabled smart cities. Smart cities have massively interconnected IoT devices, Internet of Things, and sensors that form a large-scale network to exchange data, enable the monitoring and management of the city infrastructure, and thus improve living standards of citizens. Really? No, I don't think so. The 6G enabled smart city architecture will be increasingly decentralized. Bullshit. They keep saying that, but that is total bull. And softwareized. Yes, everything will be softwareized. Yes, that's a good term. I like that. So it is of the utmost importance to ensure a robust mechanism for safety and privacy. Yeah, well, yeah, not much of that. In this complex, heterogeneous architecture, the coalition of blockchain, and 6G enabled smart city applications can solve these concerns by establishing trust in distributed platform. Blockchain, a type of distribution ledger technology, was originally designed for cryptocurrency. Well, wasn't that convenient, eh? Amazing how that was just there, just for that cryptocurrency technology to come up right after. It's amazing. Wonder how that happened by those unknown person or people.
Well, you can't have it stay with gold. You can't manipulate that at will.
You know, oh no, blockchain, it's totally secure and nobody can ever do anything. But if they can get your IP address, they can get every transaction you've ever done, no matter what technology you've done it on. Yeah, and they can shut it down like they did at the truckers convoy in Canada.
Yes.
But buy up those cryptocurrencies because they're safe and secure, and you can count that nobody can know anything about it, and it's totally hidden and everything. Yeah, right. Anyway, okay, blockchain, a distributed ledger technology, was originally designed for cryptocurrency. Get that? Did you catch that? They let that cat out of the bag. But now it finds applications in wireless communications, Internet of Vehicles, IOV, smart grids, and smart manufacturing. Isn't that great? So they're going to take over your car. They're going to take over everything. That's basically what they're telling you. So they're going to take over manufacturing, smart grids. We are smart grids, Internet of Vehicles. So yeah, that's everything. And they're going to turn things into part of the system. So yeah, where did they put that? Where was that? Softwareized. So when a piece of nanotech, because that's what they're going for next, is not just nanoparticles. They're going for nanotech in particle size, like small processors and small AI, nano-sized AI software and computers can be attached to anything and turn that into a into part of the smart system. Isn't that cool? Let's see. Blocks are where were we? Blockchain works by using a distributed ledger model that allows decentralized unalterable arrangement, so that the parties can independently transact, validate the data on the ledger, and this takes place without any requirements of intermediaries. Right. Blocks are interconnected in a blockchain by the use of smart contracts that are self-executable and rely on cryptography protocols. Records, once accepted and added to the distributed ledger, cannot be deleted or altered and are immutable, thus ensuring data integrity and security. Does it? What about the person that or people or unknown people that made it? Right? Do they have a back door into it? I bet you they do. The blockchain structure maintains both traceability and anonymity, which is accomplished by interconnecting different blocks by the use of hashes. Collections of transactions are arranged in each block in a Merkle-free format. The Merkle tree, that sounds really cool, allows authenticity against the known origin by efficient validation and verification of each transaction, thus facilitating traceability in the blockchain. Isn't that cool? So yeah, they're really going on about this cybersecurity and blockchain and crypto, and really touting that as good for you, eh? So you should trust that. Hi, Angel Wings. Good to see you. Yeah, the blockchain. Yeah, trust your government. They love you so much. Yeah, what a coincidence that blockchain was made for cryptocurrencies. Hmm. They didn't say that when they created blockchain, did they? They said that it was just a secure thing, right? There's always a backdoor. Yeah. Smudge break. I agree.
I'm just going to type Calgary Olympics into the search bar. I forgot I could do that. Right?
And the date. Yeah, and the date. Yeah, you can do that on a
me.
computer.
Silly me, but oh well.
You've got a computer now.
Yeah.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Just had to freshen my drink.
Cool.
Hey, you guys are mostly American, so you don't know the Hockey Night in Canada song. It's really cool. I think I could play it. Let me see if I can find it on Odyssey. No, I won't. I won't risk it. No, it's probably still copyrighted some way. Yeah, we are the cryptocurrency, right? That's where blockchain is stored.
Oh. Yeah. There. Oh, yay. Okay. Okay. Actually, I think I could just play it. I think I could just play it. You might be able to hear it, Max, in the background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll just play it. Like we don't need to see anything. All right, let me see if this works here. It's David Foster, by the way. Winter Games, it's called. Written and performed by David Foster from the album.
Oh, you can't play it. Can't play it. Don't play it, please.
Oh, I'm good. I'm glad I said that first. Okay,
Yeah, don't
right.
play it.
I forgot it's David Foster. Yeah. But
Yeah, then do not play. I'll get
now,
struck.
Can we?
I get struck for everything.
Yeah. Now, is there a way that we could, if I showed the picture too, or no, that wouldn't help?
You could show a picture of a piece of a video, like you can't play the video. You can't play a video or music of any sort, of anybody's. I can play yours, but that's it. Or
Right.
indie.
I just realized I could probably play it on my piano.
But everybody else they strike me down for. I got struck down for playing Little Bunny Foo Foo.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I think I can play the piano on my piano. So let me just. I don't need David Foster's video to do it. Here, let me. Oh, cool. Just. I have my laptop, but I've been able to make the computer work a little bit better sometimes. In the meantime, okay.
Yes, they do, Steve Arnold.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, as soon as those see your blockchain will have a specific key code. Once the key code shows up in a computer anywhere, it goes back. They contract it. So anytime you even exchange cryptos between each other through a device, unless the device is completely, and I don't even think you need it offline. They don't need it online. They can tap into pretty much anything. Well, it sounds nice. I don't recognize it.
I think it's like, yeah, I'll write my own song now. No, but it's.
Yeah, you should just write your own song. Sounded good.
But you might remember it like I'm getting close to it.
Beloved says, sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Kind of sounds like the Believe It or Not song. Believe it or not, that what was it? The American Hero or something. All right, all right, all right.
That's it. You remember it now, right?
Kinda. No.
Look at, can you feel it? The song all around you. Can you the feelings everywhere?
I don't know. No, it didn't make me think of that one, beloved.
Oh man, I can't believe I don't get recorded.
Oh, and in the Navy, there's a good song, eh? All right, play lightly. Smart city applications, you can be the background noise, are related to citizens' well-being. So any cybersecurity vulnerability, for example, denial of service, DOS, well, that'd be interesting. Altering, message tampering, spoofing, malware, and eavesdropping attacks can severely compromise the integrity of communication data, which you know people are probably going to do, resulting in hazardous situations. Yeah, especially if your entire being is relying on being wired into the system, and then somebody goes and hacks into it. Yeah. Similarly, user privacy and confidentiality are also supreme. Yes, they get the data and you don't get to look at it or have any say in what's done with it or who has access to it or anything. So, confidentiality is supreme, right? Due to heterogeneous and complex nature of 6G networks, ensuring confidentiality becomes challenging. Yeah, keeping your data from you and other people. More so when other technologies such as AI, the cloud, etc., are also deployed alongside. Anomalization techniques are also used to protect the user data by truncating personal identifiable information. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Before data are transmitted over the network. So they just split your data into other packets, right? And make sure that they come out the same on the other end. The use of blockchain in smart cities would enable greater controlled governance. Yeah, it will. Since the intermediaries will not control the data. Yeah, it'll be the government. Blockchain also allows the option for encryption and traceability of transmitted data. Yes, all data. That's the thing of 6G is it's the internet of everything. So even data transfer, they'll be able to monitor. So if you have wired or wireless, doesn't matter, data transmission, they're going to know what that data transmission is and be able to decode it. While maintaining anonymity at the same time, blockchain helps to achieve smart city objectives. For example, secure and fast data exchange and reduction of fraud. Yeah, I don't know about that. Regulatory process and audits. Yeah, they're going to audit everything. And the management of energy consumption. Yeah, well, carbon bullshit, right? Below, Table 7 are shown some examples of blockchain implementation in smart city applications in the recent literature. Okay. So did you nail that one down there, Morgan?
Yeah.
Here, let me. No, I'm still not getting it. It's really high pitch. Can you do it in a lower key?
Okay. The songs all around you. Can you hear it? The feelings everywhere. you feel it? The song's all around you.
What's the song called?
Can you Winter Games? Can you feel it?
Oh, okay.
Everywhere. Like, can you feel like? Well, I mean, it's this. Like,
Okay, Chloe says, "Oh yes, it is." Okay, Chloe got it. So somebody got it. There, you have success.
oh, you got it. You got it. Someone's got. Okay, yeah, right on.
Okay, so somebody does know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
And Daphonex knows too. Hi, Daphonex. Good to see you.
that's close enough. Yeah, like that's the note. Like that's it.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like if you don't get it from that, like yeah. So I'm pleased with that. I'm pleased with that.
Okay.
And if you ever hear it, you'll be like, that's that song. But yeah, that's how it goes.
Oh, Morgan is very talented. He just knows the keys there.
I feel better trying
That's
to
an
play
amazing thing to be able to do. Revival song by the Allman Brothers. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, any song that gives you goosebumps, that's good to listen to.
Guitar does that when I've got it now, like in the
Yeah.
tuning, like can you hear that? Like I've got it tuned dark. Like is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that G or C?
Listen to that, eh? I don't. Is it more of a D? I'm not sure. Like. Oh! I've got my keyboard right here. We can find out.
Play me a G.
Oh, yeah, I got a G coming right up. Oh wait, is that a no C? Okay, so that's C. That's B.
That's a good song too. Love is everywhere. That
C,
70s song.
A. So what did you want? You wanted a G.
Yeah.
You wanted a G.
Yeah. Nah, give me a C.
Okay.
Guitar's out of
It's
tune.
almost, but it's a D.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not quite a D though. It's in between. It's a this. It's the black note. It's a black note. You hear that?
Your dad has no idea how to read music, but he plays it. That's awesome. Yeah, we can rewrite the book. That's the thing. All their systems, they could be taken down in a day. If we got to their databases, it would take them 100 years to recover. You know, their systems are so fragile. You know, that's the
See, I like
thing.
doing this. Okay, here, Max, you'll dig this. You'll dig this. Okay, you can see I was behind my back, right? Now I'm gonna close my eyes too.
That's talented. I couldn't even play it in front of me. So.
like, you know, because I'm playing it with feeling, right? Like I'm dancing with my hands. Like,
Yeah.
see, now I feel happy when I'm playing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel sad now. And believe me, there's got a
High
pile
quality.
of whatever that is, because like I'm flexing all my muscles, right? Like,
Yeah. Over the mountains, take me across the sky. Yeah, I know that one. I like the 70s song. I can't remember what the name of it is, though. All right.
like that, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I like that. like the blues when it feels like that, you know, like like this one actually goes.
Aussie lyrics. Yeah, I like the lyrics of Crazy Train, definitely.
Oh, this is how I have it tuned. Like
Crazy Train encapsulates modern society pretty well, you know. All right. So off the hook, they are having challenges. I can tell you that. You'll be happy to hear they do have challenges. Up next are their challenges. So, challenges. Despite a large number of benefits, integrating blockchain into the smart city also has some challenges that need to be overcome. Blockchain sustainability increases requirements for computational and storage capacity. This becomes a pressing issue in a smart city environment that has a large number of devices generating voluminous data. With blockchain integration, there's an increase in system complexity and also a substantial increase in the signaling overhead. So what they're going to have, like, that's data storage and data transfer that they have to concern themselves with. And the human body is an incredible storage device, but it's not at the levels they need it to be. So they have to figure out ways to make it better, i.e., nanoparticles, nanosystems, nanocomputers, devices implanted in everything. So that'll be that's what they're trying to get to for that. Energy consumption by Internet of Things will increase due to increased pop consumption, developing energy efficient algorithms, leveraging technologies like edge computing, and optimization of resource utilization can help mitigate this challenge. And they do have a huge problem with that, and that's why Bill Gates is looking at small nuclear reactors on the corners of everybody's neighborhood.
Yeah, like the Transformers used to be.
Yeah, because they can't get enough power to do this.
We used to have the Max, you know what I mean? And kids will be like, "What? We used to have Transformers. Every fifth house used, or every block would have a Transformer." Could be, what do you mean? What would it be? Well, it'd be power stations. They used to even have fences around them. But then
I've got a power station just across the road from me that they keep upgrading. It's run on natural gas.
Yes, the natural gas ones, Max. I've seen those too. We have those here too, by the way. Yep.
Yeah, they're trying to increase the number of those, but they can only do so much, and then the system has to be upgraded because the system can only handle so much. So then you have to upgrade the wiring, and oh man, it just gets into a lot of challenges. Like even the copper consumption is a huge challenge.
Oh, right.
That's why they took our pennies away, because the amount of copper they're going to need to transmit power just to do this is immense, unless they can work on, like they are. I know they're working on it, but transmission, wireless power transmission, but they don't want to give you that too. So kind of a catch-22 there, but power is a real problem. Running these AIs is huge consumption of data and huge consumption of power. So this is still a huge problem for them.
Oh.
So until they get little nuclear, power plants on every corner, they won't be able to run all this stuff. Can't do it.
I get it. No, I get it.
They can do small things on small scale, like using multiple systems. But if they want to do everybody everywhere,
no, the draw it's too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much. Burn out the system.
You need too many ports, too many literal connectors. Like where you're going to lose a little bit of power because of the connect. You know what I'm saying? Right, Max?
Yep.
Every single time you got to connect to another thing, it's going to lose a little bit of power.
Yep. Every meter you travel, you lose power.
Got it. So it has to be local transformers, local nukes. You're right. What we know we're talking about radioactive bars inside what used to be the transformer, the green things, right? What's in there?
Yeah.
Well, it's in water, and then the water there's rods sitting in water, radioactive rods. That's all it is too, right? It's basically like it's just like a rock and it's heated. It's just going to stay hot. That's radiation, a type of it. But it's like, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, they're gonna try to get those. They're gonna try to give us those. They should have been using that anyway.
Yeah. I mean, we were technically, literally heating up rocks, putting them in our beds in pans.
Yeah,
it worked.
Yeah,
like,
it worked.
Like, put it in a metal pan. You know, the brilliance of it, though, right? It's like put it in a metal pan.
Make your own torus, yeah. Those torsion field torus fields. I don't know if they help, but I would try them, Paula. I would try grounding it too. Attach a battery to it, the negative pole of a battery. See if that helps.
But that's the other thing too. You could probably power more things in your home off of the sauna rocks. Like,
yeah, they could set up small generators on the corners. That wouldn't be hard,
Yeah. Because your water is ready to go. You know what I mean? Even do small things with steam, right? It's like, oh yeah, we've got the appliances hooked up to steam, right? And then we pressurize it, right? And it works. Gets it.
Now here's something that they say is a problem, but it's really not a problem. Because they just pass this stuff no matter what. Industry-wide protocols and standards will be required for seamless interoperability between blockchain and a diverse range of 6G-enabled smart city IoT devices and sensors. No, they won't have a problem with that. They just pass things. They just put that in front of Trump. The terahertz band in 5G is now allowed through you, thanks to Donald J. Trump there. So thanks to him, you guys have 5G running through your bodies. So, and I'm sure Biden signed 6G into being, or will, once they get it up and running. So I was talking about 1986. Government invented big toroidal energy. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Mr. Obvious. Like gobbles up so much. Like so much of the boards were just heat sinks. And yeah. Yep.
A lot of energy used in these AIs. They consume a massive amount of energy.
And you need those larger circuits on the board because it gobbles it up. That's right. Anything analog.
Yeah.
Well, that's why those old computers used to be so huge.
Yep. Used to have one of the old tube radios too. Two TVs.
Yeah. They'd have to remember they had to start up Max or whatever, or
yeah. Oh yeah, you felt that warm glow off the tubes.
Yes. Yes. And they come on, boom, pop on to boom, and the screen would go on or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow, man. And you could get weird pictures sometimes too after it would close off, like you get this little dot still on the screen, or I remember that. Sometimes you get ghosts.
Or when you turned it off, there was that little dot that took a long time to fade.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah, the little dot. That little dot. And you said they waited for it to go and go and go. I forgot about that dot. That was a good one, man.
Or you could tune it to snow and watch the snow for a while.
I don't know. We had black and whites in our home,
Listen to the background radiation of the universe.
Yeah, like Mom and Dad had the black and white in there, like the 12 stations. Then I got that, or 13 stations, the one UHF. I think. Then later on, I got that. I had that one years later. I bought my own smaller one. Yeah, I bought like black and white TVs back in the late 80s. They were cheap, for free.
Yeah, on garbage day, you used to be able to go and pick up a black and white TV. Mm-hmm. Yeah, little 14-inch or whatever.
That's right. That's right. No, the 14 inches. That's right, Max. Yeah. That's right. Exactly right. I'd go and pick up the white 4. See, that's how many of them there were. like in Canada, especially, you could go out on garbage day knowing, oh, I'm going to go and pick up a 14-inch white
Yep.
TV, and you'd get it. And you'd get it.
Yep.
Yeah. And the thing I like is because you could also plug in a headphone. So I could watch MASH when I was supposed to be in bed on TV 50. Start at 11, right? And go 11 and 11 and 11:30, right? I like to watch that and then get tired. And the thing is, I'd watch that and I'd be asleep when I was just in like grade 9, but then like grade 10, I was Conan would come on at like 12:05 or 12:15, something horrible like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to joke about it too, because he actually did come on at that hour, right? And he'd be like, "We're not even the late show, like, you know, we're the late show, right?" Like, but yeah, I was Conan the first year. Like, you know, like I'd stay up and watch that, right? The thing is, I had to get up at, I think it was 5:45 in the morning to get on the bus, like, because like to get on in the vehicle that would take us out to the rural road that we get up on the bus, you know, and then go to our school. But yeah, wow, yeah, but yeah, I'd stay up and watch Conan, and then that'd be like 2 a.m. when that would be done. That's right. Or like 1:35, I think, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah.
Either way, like, and I'd still, you know, and then I'd like, you know, go to sleep or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But man, that didn't leave me much. You know, I didn't sleep much, but I had that Ritalin. You know what I mean? Like, I had my ADHD meds, right? So when I get up, I'd take a mouthful of amphetamines, you know, with a couple bites of you know, Cheerios and an orange juice or whatever, right? And then at school, like, I'd have my lunchtime medication too in a bag, right? So when 11 o'clock, 11:30 could come around, you know, I could take more, right?
Yeah, I didn't like that stuff. Didn't make me feel right. Felt all woozy.
Yeah, I never really liked it. You know, I mean, like, I used it, but I mean, I didn't, like, when I found other things after it, I liked the other formulations way better.
Yeah.
The extended release ones didn't even work for me. Of those ones, they had to give me the regular.
Yeah, I just stopped taking them. I don't.
Yeah, I did.
I figured if the system couldn't handle me, it wasn't made for me to be there. You know. So.
Well, that was weird that I wasn't addicted. Meaning, like, I stopped taking them, you know, for a while myself. You know what I mean? And I realized why I'd gotten depressed. You know, like, and I'd gotten a bit depressed, like, because that's what happens if you stop taking amphetamines. I didn't realize that I needed some still.
Yeah. So the system actually kicked me out. So. But you know, then I went to college, so we're back together and we're fine now. So.
Yeah, it was trippy. I was in Barrie, Ontario, and it was so stupid. And then for failure to appear, I lived right across from the jail. Anyway, I ended up going into the jail. I didn't do anything. I did, but I mean, I stole like 5 CDs. But anyway, it's because I missed court. Except I lived right across from the courthouse. But anyway,
just an effect of being electrocuted off the hook.
What was it that I did? Oh, I forget. No, not the thing. What was the thing that happened? Oh yeah, going into jail. Okay, I go into jail, right? And all of a sudden, they're like, "Oh, meds from work," and I'm like, "Meds? I'm not on any meds. I had meds in years, you know. Like I'd left home a couple of years ago, you know. Like, anyway, I guess when you go into jail, they just type up, and whatever the last place is you're considered to have lived or whatever, right? They'll pull up your medical records, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And if it says you take stuff, they'll sometimes give it to you, even if you're not taking it. So all of a sudden they're like, here's a bunch of pills. You know what I mean? I was like,
really?
I said, yeah. Okay. Wellbutrin and Ritalin.
Okay, I guess that's on your digital twin. You know?
Yeah, I was like, all right, you know. So, you know, and the thing is, I hadn't been taking it, right? And I mean, and the life had been sucking, and like, you know, and I really didn't know why, but it started improving in jail, you know, like, for real, you know, like I started like doing stuff, motivated and all that, and then when I got out, I got a job right away, like, for real, and everything went well after that. For real.
Yeah.
Everything in life, like me, it jump started me again. You know what I'm saying? Like a shot to the chest, bang, you know, like because I had amphetamines for like, well, since I had been 4, right? And then
Yeah.
I hadn't had them for like, I think like maybe by that point, it might have only had been like a year and a half, eh?
Hmm.
And that's only how long it took for my life to completely until I was like homeless, like not homeless, but I mean just living in a rooming house, you know, in a corner, just dying, you know.
Yeah.
And then I went to jail because of a failure to appear 2 times. I lived across from the court. That's how I couldn't do anything. Like I have
Wow.
ADHD,
Yeah.
right? Think about that for a second. It's like, wait 1 second. I didn't just miss it twice. I actually was on my 3rd missing court. Okay. And the cop went, "Oh man, I can't send you in here." And he took my piece of paper and literally forged a new one.
Yeah.
And go, "Here you go. Just go in there with one." Yeah, and literally just went because he just went in good conscience. I can't send you in there. Here's why he said because you don't have a criminal record other than this. You stole 5 CDs. You know what I'm saying? He was like,
Yeah.
I can't send you in there to get nailed with some kind of a
Just because you're messed up.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, yeah. So I went in and only had 1 failure to appear, whatever. And they're like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I'm sure it would have just been let go, but my parents did something stupid with a lawyer, and that's the only reason how come I even went into jail for a while, because they had me get a mental health evaluation. For what?
For what? Yeah.
For what? That's the thing. I didn't even think about it. It's like, for what?
Yeah.
Exactly. That was the thing that I didn't understand. And it's like my parents, it's like knee jerk reaction because we don't like it's a charge. It's like what does it matter?
Yeah.
Like,
It's just a little misdemeanor, you know.
yeah, exactly. You know, but because of that, I was sitting in court waiting for like 30 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, like I guess if you like it's one of those things where it's like God used it. You know what I'm saying, right, Mac? All of a sudden, it's like, you know, it's like what happened when you went in there. It's like I got my life back. Like yeah, like it really literally felt like night and day. And then and when I came out, I took on the world or whatever, you know, and I won. Like I won.
Oh, we're getting to the pharmakeia there, Mr. Obvious. Hold on a minute. It's in the document here. 6th generation networks using terahertz frequencies are envisioned to deliver centimeter level precision, which conventional GPS techniques are unable to provide. High frequency terahertz localization techniques utilize the concept of known as stimulus, simultaneous localization, and mapping, SLAM. Isn't that a wonderful acronym? We're going to slam into you.
Oh, no doubt.
Right? Yeah. Whereby the location accuracy is improved through the fusion of high resolution surrounding images with the estimated range of the user. Additionally, terahertz signals have also been conventionally utilized in wireless sensing and imaging in various applications. For example, in food safety, quality control, and security. And earlier on, it showed you how that, I didn't read it, but it was showing you how it's used in sensing and other applications. So applications and case uses. Below are descriptions of a few use cases for the terahertz band that can also potentially find applications in smart cities. Yeah, right. Well, they're going to do it anyway, no matter what. So V2X communication, the road safety application. That's like, you know, we have to get by all of these hurdles of, you know, regulations and standards. And it's like, no, that just gets a big rubber stamp every time for everything. And you don't care what it does to anybody, you know. They don't give a shit. Man, that's exciting. We have better control over these people. Give it to me. Give it to me. Let me stamp that paper for you. You know? That's all they're doing. Oh, God. These stringent requirements. Oh, stringent. They're so hard on themselves, right? Can be potentially fulfilled by implementing the terahertz band in 6G V2X communications. Highly dedicated terahertz links may be utilized for data exchange among vehicles and fleets of autonomous vehicles executing cooperative driving. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, man.
so they
Like,
can
like,
run
like
you
it-
into each other when they want to and run you off a
Yes.
cliff.
Yeah, it's
You know?
integrated driving, right? So we can take the wheel when we want from you
Yeah, ever heard of
voluntarily because you
Yeah.
signed it. Because you don't get a car if you don't sign it.
OnStar since the 90s?
Yeah, I'm OnStar, a robot. I can put my arm back on. You
I
can't.
can turn your car off and on for you. I can close the doors. I can unlock them. Wonder what else I can do. Right? Now they want it on the nano scale.
I'm OnStar, a robot.
Mm-hmm.
I can put my arm back on.
Right.
You can't. Play safe. Yeah, that's in my song, OnStar.
So here we get into the nano networks in the medical domain. Isn't that's where we want to go, right? Due to the very small wavelength, antennas with tiny dimensions can be designed. Oh, isn't that exciting? Wonder if you could put those in us. Paving the way for novel applications, for example, in nanoscale communications for nano machines, because they have nano machines. Didn't you know that? And those little nano machines are 1 to 100 micrometers, you know?
Yeah, because
and they can go into your bloodstream. Isn't that interesting? Not that we'd ever do that, but isn't that interesting?
Yeah, no. But you see, now you don't have to take the ASA, the aspirin. Now we put the nanoprobes in you that behave as the compound aspirin or acetaminophen used to. And when the Fitbit, when it senses you're having a blockage or an episode, right, a cardiac episode, it will indicate to the nanos to become, acetaminophen. And
it'll cause your body to release acetaminophen. It'll create it, whatever it needs to do, you know. Isn't that wonderful?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And by the way, you need to stop being a tower for us to use. You'll always be optionable. In fact, we might never let you die. We might give you that option, in fact.
Yeah.
We only need to use your mind. We don't need your mind to be working, so you can just be a spongy blah.
Oh, your brain cells could be replaced easily with nanoparticulates and gels, you know. What's that gel? What's that gel they keep talking about?
Yeah, right?
Okay, so the Internet of Nano Things and on-chip communications, isn't that cool? On-chip, because they're making microchips, right? Little tiny microchips, nanoscale, for in vivo body-centric monitoring. Do you know what in vivo means? That means inside you. That means in the body. In you. So they're making these nanochips, nano things.
In vitro.
In nanoscale.
It's Latin, folks.
For in vitro monitoring. Isn't that cool?
Don't you love it when the Phoenicians speak their actual Latin and don't even hide it? Let's just say in vitro. Yes. Let's just let them know who we are.
In vivo is in you. So terahertz wave can support nano communications and also enable unique advantages for imaging case uses or use cases. Short-range communications, the terahertz band can be used for close proximity communications, is what they want to do. That's why, like the highway that we travel on, right, is a communication highway as well, because they're communicating between the people on that highway at a faster speed than the highway's going.
Right.
That's at light speed, but they're communicating through the people down that highway and through the networks in the cars and stuff and the webs that they set up with the people. They're communicating information at light speed down that highway. So every highway you're traveling on is an information highway as well as a travel highway. So this is why they like this terahertz band, because these short range communications like Bluetooth and human to human communication, because it's short length. with long length communications like shortwave and all that, even millimeter waves, those can be picked up on the long range. If you're using them long range, you can pick them up with a monitoring system and interpret them. That's why they're going to 5G short range and 6G short range beam steering technology, because it's human to human, human to device, short range. And if you want to intercept the messages, you've got to get actually physically into one of those device ranges. And that takes much more than you think, because you actually have to get right up to the human body, because they tighten the field right up to the human body. And that's why we're the cybersecurity part of it as well. But that also puts a whole bunch of information and voltage through the body. So, it's good for security, not good for your health. In no study anywhere can they show that it's beneficial to your health unless you're using it to augment yourself. And they're not offering that to us, really, except for things like the smart patch and stuff. Hi, Robert. Good to see you. Hi, you tell me. 30% of these phones, the rest. That's for the highway you're talking. Oh, yeah. All right. That was a good diatribe. So the terahertz band can be used for close proximity communications involving LOS and short term and short distance, less than a meter, which include applications like kiosk downloads for scenarios like high data rate file exchanges between kiosks. That's also us. And user devices found in places such as train stations, airports, shopping malls, etc. High-speed train communication, high-speed broadband communication access for high-speed users is anticipated to be implemented by the next generation of mobile communications. 6G, along with terahertz, are envisioned to support small rail mobility that demands seamless wireless connectivity, along with ultra-high data rates for 5 scenarios: train to infrastructure, train to train, train to station, intra-wagon, and infrastructure to infrastructure. The WLAN, the terahertz band, can be used in typical indoor communication scenarios such as conference rooms and office rooms. But for indoor settings, there is a need to consider LOS, scattering, and link blockage. For these reasons, it will be mainly used to interconnect access points and enable user access with fixed locations. So like things that are stable, not people. They're going to move us to the terahertz band. We are in the megahertz band right now, and the gigahertz, because we were on to 5G at the moment. We're in the 5G band, but they're going to move us up to the terahertz band. Isn't that going to be exciting? Your body's going to love it. Terahertz in healthcare, of course, is their next thing, right? Terahertz radiation has several spectral features, such as the following. It's non-ionizing, non-invasive. Yeah, well, that's to be. I could debate that. Offers spectral fingerprinting, good resolution of less than a millimeter, polar substance phase sensitivity. So that means it can detect whether a particle, like an air particle, is polarized positively or negatively, and then they can switch it and use the air particles as a switching system or a sensor or a node. Okay. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself here.
Static draw?
Yeah. Coherent detection and penetration capabilities. So it's non-invasive, but it has great penetration capabilities that make it a promising technology for spectroscopy, sensing and imaging in healthcare applications. Isn't that wonderful? So it can get right inside your body, but it's non-invasive. All right.
Right.
What do you consider invasive?
It's a cystoscopy going on all the time, right? A little camera going up inside you, right?
Well, yeah, we're watching you inside and out constantly all the time, but that's not invasive because we're not sticking our finger up your ass, you know? No, it's much more invasive, really, because you're watching every moment of my day. You know, if you were just sticking your finger up my ass
Yeah.
every 6 months to see if I had a prostate or whatever, you know, that's one thing. But you've got your finger up my ass every minute of the day. So that's completely different. That is invasive. I do consider the thumb up the ass invasive too, but at least that only happens once every few years or something. But actually, my doctor doesn't even do it. So
Yeah, the gland doesn't need to
yeah,
see it unless you
yeah.
complain
No,
and say
I'm
with it.
I'm still a fully functioning human being, and I don't need a blue pill. So
Yeah.
I'm okay.
No, exactly. I mean, I've been urinating more frequently, but no.
Yeah. Okay. Make it a problem. Yeah, for spectroscopy. Yeah. That's it doesn't sound invasive at all. Terahertz imaging, yeah. Okay, so yeah, they're going to be able to image. They're
Yeah, this
imaging you right now with Doppler radar. Like they're imaging me right now, my movements, every movement I do is being imaged, up and down my hand. They see that. Now they're going to get under the skin and see what's happening with the bloodstream and all the, you know, everything that's going on in there.
and I feel on my body when it goes electric. Like I mean, like my legs and things. Like you ever feel it going and you can
Yep.
feel the electric right in it, and it's like,
Yep.
whoa, am I got something electric on? And it's like, oh, that's my electric body.
Yeah, you ever had your leg jerk at night or when you're sitting in a chair?
Oh yeah, like I have.
Yeah.
I literally like wonder if it's like, oh, am I a robot? Like just
They
fantasy
want to turn you into one. They would like
because
to turn you into one. Yes.
when it's going, it feels like a machine. Like I don't know what a
Yeah.
machine feels like, but
Well, you know what being shocked feels like, I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Right? Most people do.
exactly.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it feels like electric signals going up and down. Yeah, like it's traveling up and down the bone or whatever. Like zzz, it's like, whoa, is that in the muscle or where is it? Because it feels so technical, right? It feels like such a technical um, power stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Energy wars. Yeah. There's so much radiant energy right now. And because we're part of a web now, um, and they're storing data on you, the cloud, you're the cloud, like they're constantly messing with us. Uh, I get how it gets to you. Like I've had to, I didn't have as many of the, like my wife gets a lot of the anxiety from it. Other people I know get angry, you know, it affects people differently. And they play on whatever, triggers you've got. So if you have triggers, they're going to play on them. I've got a couple of triggers, but they're pretty controllable. So I don't really have the same issues as my wife does or other, because it doesn't affect me in the same way. Not that you know, I'm
Yeah,
not immune to it, but it's just different, you know.
yeah.
Hi, Max. All hail the tail. Hi, I think I saw D-Ocean there, did I? Hi, D-Ocean. Here's a link if you want to pop up. What time is it? I've got to go in a little bit. So I got to do class. Yeah, I like drinking salt water. Hi, Danny. Dink up? Drink up, I think you meant to say, but hey, do whatever you want. Yeah, so let's look at terahertz imaging in 6G, in the use of 6G technology that's already being deployed, by the way. They deploy these things and then they sign them into being. like 5G was already deployed, and then because they have to test these things to make sure they work. How can you sign something into being unless you know it works, right? Let's see if there D came in. Hi D, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
So we're talking about
6G.
6G.
Yeah.
What new fresh hell have they got for us, right?
Exactly. It's being deployed as we speak, by the way. So we might as well
Oh,
get
what
to,
fun.
we
What
might
fun.
as well get to know what it is, right?
Yes, let us find out. Let us do
So we're on to 6G imaging. We've already established that it's a short range communication through the human body, and they want to use nanotech for it and set up the Internet of Everything. We went over that earlier. You'll have to learn about that. The Internet of Everything is where they embed nanotech and nanosensors and
in
nanocomputers
every
in
freaking thing.
everything. Yes, in
Yeah,
everything. So everything is smart, everything is
every
connected,
freaking thing.
everything has artificial intelligence. Yeah.
Every freaking blade of grass they want a camera on.
Everything. Yeah, because they'll have nanosensors and
Every
computers
flea on your dog, everything.
that they can attach those to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I know.
Now we're talking about the medical
It
uses.
sounds more like Krampus than Santa happened this year, right?
So they can gatekeep everything. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, 6G is going to be great, Robert.
We'll find something to do about that. We've been doing something about that ever since I heard about. I heard about it a few years ago, actually. So this isn't new to me.
No, and they're
And
not stopping. They have their proposals for 7, 8, 9,
yep.
and 10G. That's and
Oh yeah.
11G. Yeah, that I don't know what they call them. I don't know what hertz they call them. Where
like a G6, like a G6. There's already a
yeah,
song. Have you heard that? It's actually a good song.
no.
Like
Now
a
we're
G6, like a G6, and they do this hand thing with like a G6,
did they talk about terahertz in there?
like a G6. It's a song, and it's been
Yeah.
up a couple years, but I mean it's technical. It sounds like the new age or whatever, you know.
Wow.
Like
Interesting.
the hand
Terror Hurts could be a
G6,
band
like
name.
a G6.
Hmm.
It's they're always big with making them hand signals, but it's in sign language, right? Like a G6, like a
Yeah.
G6.
Hmm.
Okay. I have to look that up.
Yeah,
Somebody
just
look that
take
up.
a video, like type it like a G6. It'll come up like a G6.
Yeah. So we've gone over the ways that they're imaging us right now using like the various radar systems, Doppler, NexRad, Bluetooth. They use infrared. Pretty much all the systems are tracking you, anyways. But now they're moving up to the terahertz. So in the use of terahertz imaging has many technical benefits over visible light and microwaves due to its small wavelength and wide bandwidth. Terahertz imaging provides high spatial resolution. Additionally, terahertz exhibits better penetration performance. Isn't that exciting?
Ooh, better penetration. A lot
I
of
knew
us are
D
looking
would
for
get.
that,
He's
right?
excited about that.
Right. I'm excited. I'm so excited now.
So terahertz exhibits better penetration performance as compared to visible light and infrared. So it's better than microwaves. It's better than infrared. It's better than everything.
Oh,
Isn't that great? Because we get better penetration, but it's non-invasive, guys. Don't forget
what?
that. It's
No.
it's non-invasive. This is
Oh my gosh.
totally non-invasive, dudes.
I'm so disappointed now.
Yeah, no, it's a big fake. We're telling you we're getting right inside you, but we're not. Sorry, we're not.
You pigs.
No,
Do you believe this
they
stuff that we're
just,
having?
they're teases. They're
They're just teases, big old teases.
Yeah. So, anyways, they are inside you. They're
Oh,
already inside you, and you just
they're
don't feel it.
already inside
They're
you, but not
inside
in
you,
the
and
way
you
you
can't
want.
feel it as much as they want you to.
You can't feel it. Boy, isn't that just the ultimate? There you go.
So now they're moving up to the terahertz band. So it's better than infrared, and visible
And
light.
from do you notice how the sound of terahertz sounds? I mean, terahertz.
Yes, terahertz. Yes, of
It's
course.
so good. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, isn't it
I
great?
love that for all humanity. Terahertz. There you go. Now let's go. Let's go on.
Okay. So in
Do a go.
smart city context, there can be several security screening applications at critical locations such as airports, banks, border crossings, etc. Well, what are those? Well, why? Where are you going to put up all those? I really don't have any of those right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
To perform imaging of parcels for any hidden objects, objectionable
Ooh.
objects.
Ooh.
Hmm. They're looking for Mr. What was his Rabbi Shmuley's butt plugs or something, are you? Is that what you're looking
Yeah,
for?
that must be it. I don't know.
I don't know. And where are all these security places that I have to pass by? I don't have to pass by any right now, but
Hmm.
here we are in smart city context. There can be several security screening applications. Oh, geez. So
Oh, and
now we're in a smart city. Now we need security screening, do we?
I love it how they
Isn't that
name
great?
things.
Yeah. Everything's
The
beeping
smart
and
city, the dumbest place
digital.
on
Everything
earth to
sounds
live.
right.
Ah.
Just they're backwards talking all the time.
So they're putting you in a prison, is what they're telling
Yeah,
you.
the idiot place to live. Right,
Yeah.
the most idiotic way to live.
So we're putting you in a prison called a smart city. And guess
That's
what? When you try to go out, we're going to have screening so that
it's a roach
when you
motel.
go out and when you come in,
Hmm.
Oh, isn't that great? Do you know I have a document on how to transmit diseases to people from 30 megahertz to 300 gigahertz?
Mm.
And when you're going through that little smart
So
scanner
exciting.
there, they could decide your social credit score is so bad you deserve cancer.
There you go.
You get
Yeah. Why
herpes.
why do it piecemeal and why do it
You
haphazardly
get
when you can
herpes.
do it in a concentrated way?
Mm,
Yes. There you go.
yep.
I
Nice
just
way.
saw recently, just earlier today before I came here. I don't know. I guess it came up on my feed or something, and I have no idea why. But it was the top 20 tortures or something.
Oh,
And
dear
I'm like,
God.
what the heck? The people have done to, you know, prisoners and whatever,
Yep.
convicts or whatever. And I'm like, these things are crazy. They're insane. How do you even come up with these things? I don't think we do. I don't think we
Ooh,
do.
look at
I
what we're
think
doing
we
right
have help
now.
coming up with these things. I don't think it's really us. I think that we've got I'm still believing in the controllers that were hating on humanity for a long time, and
Well,
they get,
there is a group of people that have been in control for a very long time.
yes, beings, and
Whether
I wouldn't call them
whether they're
people.
earthly or other, inner earth, outer earth,
Yeah, they're
you
just
know.
not really human exactly.
Yeah, they are. They
But
are. Well, they even keep unto themselves, right? They
right,
intermarry. They do that. So you know,
yeah,
they are
and I
trying to
don't
either
think
make
that the
themselves or
humans.
stay or become a separate species.
Yeah,
And they,
it's done to make us think that humans are like, humans are horrible and doing this to each other, but I don't really believe that because humans just
no.
left to their own devices and they're happy. They're not going to do any of this shit, right? They've got to be agitated to do this stuff to each other.
Yeah,
So,
I've seen a few of these people in this cult, and every time I see them, like politicians, performers, they are not right. There is something different
mhm,
about them.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, there's
there
something
there's
wrong.
your low scale performer like you guys. You do clubs and stuff, and Morgan makes his own music, and there is a completely different aura of about these people. And no, There's something about them. I don't know what it is exactly. We could speculate, but they are evil, nonetheless.
Yeah, I don't think they're. How do I say? I, from what I've seen psychically,
Hi,
most
Karen
of the
Lynn.
people who do the
Hi,
really
Desert Rose.
evil, really horrendous stuff are not doing this strictly of their own accord. They are being acted upon by another
Hmm.
force, you know, most of the time, or taught to be that way by another force. That's not human. And I'll
Well,
just
they
put it
even in
that
the
way.
Bible they say that the fallen angels taught mankind war.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's in our nature either. Um,
Yeah. I don't really believe it is because, I mean, anybody can observe if how people actually are,
well,
you know.
who even wants to risk their own life for you know for
Yeah.
what
Well, now that maybe I could kind of see that because love could cause you to do that.
Sure, there's that.
But,
Um,
just
but for money, when if you could earn it in any other way
yeah,
or get it
putting
any other way,
oh yeah, if you could get it
or
easily,
for
you'd get it the easy
yeah,
way.
yeah. If there
Yeah,
were
of
an
course you
easier
would.
way, wouldn't you do that instead of risking
Of
your life
course you
to do
would.
it? You know, that's
I
right.
mean, if anything was easier, wouldn't you do that? I mean, that's what people do. They do it the easiest possible. So why would they put themselves out so much to F each other up unless there wasn't something else behind it? Why would they put forth all that effort? It's an effort to do all this, right? I mean, every bit of this is an effort. I mean, even those tortures back in the old days, all of them took a lot of effort to do, and there
Yeah.
had to be some reason
Yeah,
for you to put forth all that effort.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? It was grueling and disgusting
I don't
and
know if I would do
nauseating. Why would you even do it? Well, I don't think we were doing it
it.
for our own reasons.
Well,
And
we
I
were
don't
told
think
they were
this is
told
for our
to.
reasons now either. Yeah, I think they were taught to do this because it has something that they felt had to be done for one reason or another. Now, what the reason is, we're not, some, in some regards, it's going to be religious reasons, unfortunately,
Did you catch
because
that comment from Desert Rose there, Morgan? Oh, you missed it?
the church
Go on.
actually had the
That's
most disgusting tortures.
Yes, they did. They had the largest navy in the world for many years.
Mhm. They
Morgan.
have the most disgusting tortures, and they were the ones that anybody that disagreed with them could be subject to these horrendous and really perverse,
Yeah.
perverse tortures.
Yep.
So yeah, this isn't right. I'm really, and I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, but I think all of the major institutions that became ruling bodies were invaded, infiltrated, whatever you want to call it, by non-humans who had our worst interests at heart, and their best interests and our worst interests, basically.
Hmm.
That had controlling us, and actually who hated us. I mean,
Well,
feels
they're going
like
to
hate.
get with this technology. They're going to try to give themselves life extension, right?
Yeah,
You know, they're going to keep
and
that from you.
right, they're going to keep siphoning whatever they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to let it be that way, and I know you're not going to either.
Nope. If we get enough people on board, like we can shut
No,
down
we're
their
not going
system
to
quite
let that
easily.
go.
We can shut their system down. Their system can be torn down in a day. It can be stopped immediately if enough people know how to. With shutting
Mhm.
out of the system again, that's again giving yourself goosebumps. But there could be an event that could give everybody goosebumps.
That's true.
that could shut the system down, like a solar event or some type of an energetic event. That
Yeah.
would be good to see something, an energetic event that wipes their systems, all their data, their underground databases.
That would be funny. Then
You
we'd
know.
be laughing. Yeah.
Yeah, once their databases are gone, that would take them 50 years to recover.
Well, EMP weapons are very illegal. Probably,
Very
you
easy to
know,
build, though.
but easy to build. Yeah.
Yep. You can get a bunch of capacitors, a big piece of copper. There you go, and a trigger somehow, because and
So
some
you can,
way to direct it away from you would be good. A piece of metal between you and the copper piece of copper to direct it away from you. Not that I suggest you make a EMP device, but
oh, never would we suggest such a thing.
I don't suggest that.
No,
It is
we would
dangerous,
actually
and
say don't do
those
it.
capacitors
No.
are very dangerous.
Yes.
So handle with gloves.
And when you make it, we didn't tell you to.
Yeah,
Okay.
grounding mat. Well, actually, when you're working with capacitors, you don't want to be grounded. You want to be isolated, so that if you do discharge, it just discharges back and forth into you and the capacitor.
Off the hook says, pull my finger. No, no hook.
Oh yeah,
We're not going to pull your finger. No, we know that one. Come on.
yeah. Pull my finger and 1,000,000 volts goes through me. Yep, I've been on that end. Actually, what's hilarious is at work, I wear my grounding devices constantly, right? And I work on tubs, fiberglass tubs, and they are covered with dust and they are filled with static. I never get shocked off it because I wear all of this grounding stuff. My manager came up the other day and rubbed his hand along the edge, and it sounded like a machine gun going off. The electric shocks going through his hand went as he ran his hand down the tub. And yeah, there's a lot of power in that electricity, but it shows me how well my devices are working, because he jumped back about 3 feet on the third or fourth electric shock, but it sounded like a machine gun going off. It was that loud. It was hilarious. Not like really loud, but just the repetition of it was like a machine gun. And yeah. So
that's really amazing. And so that's really where you're coming from, is that background really probably had everything to do with you coming up with this stuff, right?
Yeah,
These devices.
Yeah, these grounding devices, they do a lot, it seems. Because that poor guy, it hurt him. Like he was sore after.
Interesting. Because
that never happens to me. Never.
They probably wonder why, huh?
Well, they might.
Tell them? Do you try
I talked to them about it. Yeah, he knows about it. He knows because one day one of the kids was going to go home because of his toothache.
But they're not going to adopt it or anything.
No.
That would be too smart. That would be too, intelligent.
Yeah.
That's what they'd be expecting us to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So
of course.
Yeah. No, they know about it. The guy that electrocuted himself, he knows about it because one of the kids at work had a toothache one day, and I told him it was electric, gave him a battery, and in 15 seconds his toothache went away. So, he's seen it. I've talked about it. I've shown him, he knows I wear weird things. Yeah, that's a lot of static buildup. It's a huge tub. It's not a little tub. We make these 29-foot long fucking hot tubs.
Wow.
Yeah, they're huge. Ridiculously huge. They're for like spas and stuff. They're not like for home use. Some of them are.
So really, you get every day you get to test drive these things that you come up with.
Yeah, I should be shocked every day. Constantly.
Yeah.
Like a machine gun.
But nothing shocks you anymore.
Nope, it doesn't happen.
No, nothing is shocking anymore.
Yeah, I don't know, Mr. Obvious. That is an obvious question, yeah.
What kind of orgy's going on in there? Yeah, that's what we're all
Well,
probably thinking.
I
It's
guess how many
probably
ever
obvious.
I guess how many people you can fit in a 29-foot tub, you know?
Well, now that Diddy's out of business, you guys might not be getting as many orders.
I would suspect about 18 actually. About 18 people. 18 to 20 in that range.
But yeah, that's quite interesting. Like, for instance, my one friend who went into homeopathic remedies, but and got interested in, you know, all of these things. He worked in a plastics place for a long time, so
Yeah.
and you know that can have deleterious effects on your health. So
Yeah. There's also anti-static guns you can buy that that take the static electricity out of things. I haven't really looked into them, but they're a really interesting thing. And I wonder if they could be used in a broadcast method as an absorber of radiation, like to counter radiation as it's coming in.
Yeah. Well, that is very interesting, and you know, somebody should maybe even work on that, but you know, probably that's not going to happen right away.
Well, I don't know. They're not that
But
expensive.
it might be. It'd be a good thing to have. I mean, considering.
Yeah, they're not that expensive. Some of them work like electrically off a device. Some of them are just like a click, like a lighter. I don't know how they work exactly. But zero stat here. Anti-static air gun, ionizing air gun, electrostatic is $40.
I'm trying to figure out how to make these devices so we can hide them, so that we don't look funny, because you know there are people who will try.
Well, yeah. How do you wear an anti-static device, right? So.
Yeah.
Now an interesting one was D Ocean has there are these car keys that are anti-static. Car key chains. They are. You can just type up anti-static car key chain, and what it does is it stops the static electricity when you use your key. That's a nice bud there, Morgan.
Yeah, it's the Donnie burger I got today.
Cool.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. So basically I'm gonna try and make it fashionable. I will see if maybe they have the anti-static on Temu. I don't know.
Well, the best device is still the here, hold on. Let me get another one.
Well, I'm making all these copper.
The best device is the headset. So this type of a thing.
Yeah, your headset
with
that you created with the battery.
Here. Show you with the loops over your temple. Now, another thing I was thinking is doing it like this way, straight over. That works well. You can have it on the back. You could put it in a hat and tape it.
Hide it in your hat.
Or whatever type of hat you have. But this one's just I did an experiment with double batteries.
How did that work?
Oh, I can't hear you.
So how did the double batteries go? Did it last longer or give you stronger protection? Or
I didn't notice much of a difference. It might have lasted a little bit longer, but yeah. But anyways, yeah, it's the same thing. Just connect it to the negative poles of the battery. Right? Let's see if I can focus that in. That was kind of a neat way to do it. I thought it was fun. But
well,
yeah,
you know,
just with the circles over the temples, that's the best method. I don't know. You could make a necklace with circles on it too, and put them like around a necklace.
Couldn't we make a headband?
Yeah.
Okay, Hook and I. Hook, we got to come up with a nice headband where we can hide that where it looks decorative, but it has our hidden stuff in it.
Yeah, I tried something really kind. It looked cool, but I didn't notice that it worked any better.
I bet it can do that. It has to be laying against your skin, though, doesn't it? Does it have to be touching your skin?
Now this worked as a necklace was really good.
Mhm.
It's got the torsion field, so the two twisted. Oh, got cat fur on it. Two twisted pieces of metal, and then a bunch of
Mhm.
circles around it. And
Mhm.
just a spring necklace. And I had
Mhm.
a 9-volt battery that I hung from the bottom here. I wore it for a day and a half, but it was too uncomfortable. It's just too much.
Okay, because I found
So, but it
some
looks neat. You
already
can do something
twisted
like that.
metal. Will it work on metals with besides copper? I mean,
Yeah,
would it work with
yeah,
brass?
it'll work. Just copper's the best one. That's all.
Okay, because I found twisted already pre-twisted wires on Temu.
Okay.
So that would make it a little easier just to have that part of it already done. And I got a jig set, which the jigs are for
Mm,
wrapping the metal around, the wires around
yeah.
in a uniform fashion. So um I'm preparing to make some of these things, really go into it. And getting some of the stuff together to do that. And so I got some of the pre-twisted wire, copper
Yeah.
wire,
Yeah.
but they
This would be
also
good
have
for
brass.
a woman, for a girl to
Mhm,
wear. And, like a simpler one would be better. Like you
mhm.
can't really wear this to go to sleep in. I tried that.
No.
That was really uncomfortable working in because I wear, banding around and stuff. It was
Mhm.
just uncomfortable. But for, just if you wanted to wear that for like
And it doesn't have
decoration,
to be that thick of a wire, does it? It can be much thinner, couldn't it?
it could, yeah. But this is a good thickness. It's not too heavy. Like it's pretty light, you
Okay.
know. And it does like I put it on my cat and he barely noticed it. So
Okay, that's
and
good.
it's still springy, right? So
Does
it
it have
works.
to?
It works as
Does it,
jewelry because it's still springy, right? So
okay.
it'll hold its shape. You can just put it over
It
any
has
neck
to
size.
touch your skin or doesn't have to touch your skin.
I find it's better to touch your skin.
Okay.
Yeah, because what's happening is the tunneling. What they do is they look for like your hair follicles are the perfect length and bore size for them to tunnel into. So that's why changing the electrical potential of your skin stops it from getting into you. it
Okay.
change, it changes it so that it repels the signal instead of absorbing it.
Okay, so yeah, I'm
And what
designing
that
it in my head
and
now.
what the copper does is on your skin because those currents are looking those little electrons are looking for a place to burrow in. They give it another option, a different option to go to, and they can absorb it, or at least
Okay.
the excess of them.
Okay.
Another huge bud.
Yeah. Right on. This is
I
when you're
just I
rolling.
just got a Christmas gift of some gummies, some 100-gram gummies. Each one's
Ooh.
each one's 100 grams, I think,
There you go. Look right
or
there.
100
Mm.
milligrams. 100 milligrams.
I got a good they got the best thing down at place. We got a place down the street that's of course the local head shop for years and years
Thanks,
now.
Desiros.
And I know the guy and he got a hold of gummies, the sumo I've told you about the sumo gummies, the 420 the
Okay. Yeah.
420s. Oh my gosh, and they're very strong. And he got them now to where they used to be sold two in a pack for $5.50, right? And now he's got them a tube of them for
Hmm.
you get 25 of them for like $30. So it's like, whoa, wait a minute. You're
Nice.
telling me these
That's
ultra strong And I mean, if you eat a whole one of these, we won't see you for a couple of days. You'll be busy. You'll
What you
be out
got
of
there,
commission.
Morgan?
You'll be out in the ether for a while.
It's the
Oh,
concentrate.
vape pen. Looks
Yeah.
like cherry oil.
Yeah, yeah. Like and this one's wild too. Just like,
Yeah, my vape pen is clogged.
I'm so glad though that I kind of miss smoking in a way, but I'm glad that we have because it's more immediate. It can immediately.
Smoking and nicotine is kind of a disruptive thing on nanotech apparently, because you keep coughing. If you don't swallow that phlegm that comes up, that's nanotech. And apparently, a lot of it has to be swallowed. It goes from your lungs to your stomach, and what happens in the stomach is the acid in your stomach makes it unfold,
Oh,
so it blooms in your stomach.
it blooms in your stomach.
Yeah, starts messing with your gut
Pretty.
biome,
oh
right?
yeah.
And then it starts
Messing with your gut biome.
it starts turning it into a transmissible bacteria. So it
God.
becomes a transmitter and a receiver. Because
Well,
there's certain bacteria they can use for transmission and reception.
so if you keep feeding your gut biome with positive stuff, that would probably help with that.
That would help,
but,
I bet.
yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
It might help win the war. I mean,
Yeah.
that's going on in there. So I advise you.
Off the hook. poor off the hook.
Oh, great.
Doesn't see the positive in this.
Oh, hook.
Sometimes I do feel like the petunia from Hitchhikers and the Guide to the Galaxy. Oh
Yeah.
no, not again.
Yeah, no, not
Well,
again.
yeah. Here's another great thing: the remote viewing that we practice. Even though we practice to improve it, they practice on us to try and suppress it. So we feed them data, and apparently they tried to feed us data too. So.
Mm-hmm. Well,
they're even gone down to that level of messing with us.
I'm thinking though, since the THC can stop a cytokine storm, it's got to have it. Of course, it's got its disruptive properties.
Yeah, some of the disruptive properties happen with the the receptors in the brain. THC and nicotine can get in the way of some of that. So it's trying to hook in, and it's getting in, and nicotine and THC are getting in the way. So it doesn't know what to do. So it gets caught up in the THC or the nicotine and gets expelled after a short time.
I know that I feel a lot better. I feel much. The thing is, with mushrooms, I felt so much happier with absolutely no back sense of dread. Yeah. It's like I didn't have that dread, and it's hard to even describe because it's so pervasive and it's always there.
It's looming. I find
looming. I had some mushroom tea that's earlier. A good word.
I had some mushroom tea before dinner, so.
And when that goes, you're like, hey, something's missing, and it feels great. Because it's like it's always this undertone of some kind of doom on the way. And when that's gone, you're like,
oh,
wow,
nothing's
this
missing.
Is a different world.
What is that? Nothing lost, nothing missing.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
A different world. So,
yeah.
Where I've got to be careful, though.
Wayne Steiger's got a saying like that. I forget what it is. It's
something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, cupping therapy. I tried that. That was weird.
Well, you know what? The other thing too, I got a message from the and you can take it or leave it, folks. You can take it or leave it, but I connect.
It's a woo warning. It's a woo warning.
It's a woo warning. There you go. Woo alert. Woo alert. Got somehow I got in touch with the spirit of the mycelium, the plant spirit of the mycelium,
Oh,
if you
nice.
want to call it that.
Yeah.
And they really want to help us. They want to help us recover from, you know, the blasphemy word and the experiment and
Yeah.
the
I've been consuming a lot of mushrooms lately. A lot
mhm,
of mushroom tea. I've got chaga. I've got shilajit. I've got penis envy. I've got
mhm.
what else have I got? A couple others.
They say that they
I have to
can
top
really
up on my
repair
turkey tail.
everything. Mhm.
I have to top up on my turkey tail.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They say that they're going to help us repair everything, and not even only in our bodies. They can help us repair all of the loose connections
Yeah.
that's taken cost. You know, I'm
Cool.
trying not to say it because I don't want to get you in trouble. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how much trouble you can get
Oh,
into.
they found mushrooms in Chernobyl.
Hmm.
They're cleaning up
Yes,
radiation.
and they're going to clean up the planet. So
Yeah.
really, they're a life form. They have some kind of they obviously have some kind of sentience,
Yeah.
although
Communicate.
we
It's a
don't understand
communication
it.
network. It's very much
Yeah.
like the Birkeland currents or the
Mhm,
neurons in our brain.
mhm,
Mycelium
mhm.
network. Yeah.
As far as we're concerned, we're part of the family too. I mean, part of the Earth family, and they and from their point of view, this is their planet too. You know,
Yeah.
so uh, it's interesting to talk. You know, it's like I'm talking to the mushrooms.
Oh, my computer's.
Basically, I'm talking to the myceliums. So you can actually get in touch with the forces of nature and what they call the plant loas or the plant spirits. Native Americans used to do this all the time. That's what the shamans did. One of the things they always did was they got in touch with the forces of nature to learn how to fix things, to learn how to handle things, to make deals with them and stuff. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, what the deal really is.
There's a
So yeah,
mycelium network. Looks exactly like a brain network.
oh
Looks like a
yeah,
Birkeland current network.
yeah.
Right?
So yeah, the amazing thing is we're not alone, and there is a way to fix everything. I got told a long time ago
Hmm.
in one of the channel sessions that yeah, we're going to get help fixing everything. So don't get worried about how much has been taken down because a lot's been taken down, but we will be given the way to repair everything. So it's going to happen. So don't you know don't give up. Don't lose hope. Um, and it's being proven because I mean seriously, there are a lot of people getting a lot of good out of these things now that they're more available. I think that'll be proven to be the case. Is that people will be a lot less influenced and a lot happier.
Hmm.
Just the opposite of what they tell you is going to happen to you.
Yeah. If we can stop them spraying stuff too,
Yeah,
that would really help because the aluminum has a huge detrimental effect on that, and they want to kill it.
yeah, yeah. So
It's horrible.
I really feel like we've got, you know, we're not alone here, and there are other beings here, intelligences here that are not against us. We've got allies.
Hmm.
The Native American way of looking at it, we got allies. We have plant allies, we have animal allies. They're actually, and we have spirit allies.
Yep.
And
Our animal allies are working on CERN at the moment, so
yep,
we'll see what they can do. They've set up barriers for them, electronic and physical. So hopefully they'll be able to work their way through that.
and I'm really so glad that we're getting to the point where we can where there are more people that know about
Yeah.
this kind of thing. You can actually talk about it. You don't have to like explain 50,000 yards in the back, you know, background.
Yeah.
Like it's always relieving. How can I say it? Relaxing to like just be able to talk to people about it. Just say, hey,
Yeah.
you know about this? Yeah, and they actually they do. So a lot of people that come here and a lot of people that come to my channel and these channels in general know about a lot of these very unusual things that but the average crowd doesn't know that, unfortunately. So some of them are terrified still. As soon as they figure out the picture, as soon as they see the picture of what's going on, they're like, holy cow. And then it's terrifying because they're like, how do we ever deal with that? Right. And fortunately, though, some of us have been very gradually educated and we've been been given gradually also answers too. But there are going to be people that are going to be freaking out because they're suddenly going to realize all of this stuff really exists, which is pretty scary. So we gotta gotta be aware of that. Um, that at first people get really. Oh, and by the way, if you're depressed, please know that this is really a time right now when I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but it's been turned up again that they're trying to depress you.
Yeah, and they're constantly deploying new systems.
So don't fall into that. Don't allow it to become,
New systems
know,
cause new problems, new,
yeah,
and they are
get,
trying to burrow into the brain much deeper.
yeah. Get yourself out of that mood as soon as you can,
Yep.
in any way that you can,
It's
so that you're
usually
not
artificial.
feeding that. Yeah, it's almost always artificial.
Yeah.
So just expect right now that it's going to be artificial, and you'll be able to ditch it if you take the steps to ditch it.
Yeah.
So, like I tell you, you don't have to be that way. I felt it though. I felt it was like boom, this heavy weight, like boom. It's like what
Yeah,
the hell?
when they first deployed 5G, I felt that. That was a
Hmm.
heavy weight on me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and so that must be the 6G thing. Must be that happening. You're saying it's
Yeah,
happening right
they're in
now.
the
Huh?
process of deploying that now. So
That's what's going on. And
yeah,
they're turning it up. So we got to turn it up. That's all there is to it.
yeah.
We got to turn up our end of it so that they cannot do that.
My wife used to be able to get by with just the occasional wearing of a headset for a toothache or a headache, but now
Hmm.
it's gotten worse. So she's got to wear something constantly.
Yeah, do we have to
She's
have
got a
our
neck.
own?
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Like she's got to wear a necklace with a 9 volt all the time, and if it starts to bug her, she's got to put on a headset. One of the ones with the circles over your temple, grounded circle over your temple. However you get it there, guys.
Mm. I haven't had, though. Now, this is interesting. Is I had a dream, and I know some of you are going to go, and we get on the subject of Trump, right? Some of you are going to go, Trump, well, whatever. Okay, it's not real and whatever. Okay, but listen, I had a dream of Trump. I don't know why,
Okay.
but I hear that this has happened to a lot of psychics, and it was actually very positive. And
Careful, you might be mocked.
I mostly have negative dreams. I mean, I have
Hmm.
kind of weird, kind of
Hi, April.
would be um would be terrible dreams, but this was actually a very positive dream.
Yeah.
So I'm taking it that my subconscious is saying, look, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. That part's going to be okay. I haven't had a bad dream since then. So they're resolving now. So I think my subconscious is trying to give me a message. It's going to be okay, but we got to stay vigilant right now. I mean, we're not out of the woods or anything, but that this timeline is better than that timeline.
Oh, I'm on the warpath until this is done.
Yeah. The other timeline is much worse, guys. I mean, the Harris timeline is absolutely horrendous. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
it's absolutely horrendous. So
All roads lead to Rome, but this is a much better timeline. Yeah.
Yeah, we're on a better timeline, so don't despair. I always try to inject that because you know what? Things can get dark and people can get very
Yeah.
scared and
It's
despairing.
giving you the opposite. It's giving you the opposite too. They gave us our hero, now our enemy. Now they're giving us our hero, right? So they were working with the social engineering. Now they have to replay it. So they have to come up with the new play, right? You know, they don't want to use the ultimate play because they don't want to tip their hand about any of the technologies they have. So, you know, they don't
I
want
think they're probably going to try and set them up for something, though.
well, they can't tip their hand with any of the technologies they have because they still don't have the ability to deploy it worldwide. Until they get that, they can't tip their hand. Because if they tip their hand, then we can take it down or stop it. So that's why they're being very. They couch their language in medical care and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because that way it's all for your good, comrade. You know, we're just doing this for your benefit.
Yeah.
You know,
it's for your own. You know what? The most dangerous words I find ever since I've been a kid, I've noticed this. Anybody who's doing anything for your own good.
For your good, yeah. I'm doing this for your good.
Your own good.
Yeah. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm completely selfless about it. Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay, then you know you're in trouble because if they're doing something for your own good, then oh my God, they got something bad and you know it's coming. So yeah. So yeah, they're doing this all for our own good.
That's why they're saying it out loud, right? Like that's why they're saying it out loud because they have to convince themselves. So they're helping themselves out with by saying, "This is for you. You're going good." It's like, oh, I don't want to be doing this.
Right. So they can kind of get the blame off of them. That's had to do it. I had to do it for your good. You know, even some of those tortures we were talking about, they were doing that maybe destroy the body to save the soul. To save the soul.
Yes, that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Saving your soul.
We're going to put it on the blockchain.
Aye. And they would tell themselves that so that they wouldn't feel so bad about it.
That's where that's from. Cool Hand Luke. I wish you'd stop being so good to me, Boss Hanlon.
If you work in retail like my wife did, you'll notice that these things happen in spurts. And if you have an app like the ElectroSmart, you can notice that those spurts happen when, in my area, there's a rise in power level of up to 68. And people get angry. And isn't that interesting? It seems to be happens every time.
Interesting, because I've kind of seen that too. It goes up to 68, and you are right. You're right about that.
Then when it goes up to 72, people get sick. But now they have new things. They've got new ways. They've got load balancing and other things that they can do for transmission of disease and data.
That's the thing about being in an apartment. It's really hard to not be in a soup, in an EMF soup, you know. When I use ElectroSmart, it gives me like 50 different sources, you know, of nearby.
It doesn't exist in some countries, apparently. Let's see if I can find it. Somebody's told me, Mr. Mission said he couldn't find it, I think, or it was deleted.
25 or 50 different sources of EMF radiation near me. And I'm out in the country.
Yeah, you got the ElectroSmart app. EMF detector, ElectroSmart. Yeah, it's still here. So here, I'll post the app in chat. Yeah, I used this one at the beginning of the pandemic. Actually, I've used it for over 5 years myself. And I happened to notice that when it went up to 72 about 4.5 years ago, people would go to the hospital and to the doctor for some reason. Interesting. Then I got a graph of my city and the amount of cases during the days, and I compared that with my meter, and it was pretty much the same wavelength. So, yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Mm. Well, it means that we're, you know, I just, that's one of the reasons why I want I would love to try and see how it is in an Earth ship that has an underground level, because
Oh, it'd be beautiful.
probably all of this crap would
You ever
stop.
you ever lived in a basement?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how comforting? I don't know. I don't really want to live in a cave, but it's really comforting being inside Mother Earth. And all that earth
Yeah.
blocks a lot
People
of
don't
stuff.
understand that. I don't want it to be like a bunker,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
they're
one of those
mystics.
in the side of a hill dwellings would be awesome. You know?
That's exactly what I want. I want one in the side of a hill. I want a hobbit home, basically,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
side of a hill
There you
somewhere.
go. Yeah.
In the
Yeah,
cloud.
I
And
still want windows and stuff, that'd be nice.
with a nice
You know?
with plants growing on my roof, I can go up and pick my vegetables off the roof.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But that'd be fun. But honestly, go up for a swim up there and pick my vegetables and then come on down to my home. But the mystics, I mean, and this was like always done. The yogis, the monks, and lots of medicine people would go down into the kivas or the caves or the underground places to get away from everything. The only thing that can go through many layers of rock and earth and everything is photons.
Okay.
So photons can still get through.
Well,
But
no,
that is
they can pass a lot of electrons through the earth, but it tends to stay in the earth. That's
Mhm.
what they're using those deep earth, like that ice, that new radio telescope they set up in
Mhm.
Antarctica, the 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer deep
Mhm.
ice one that can send energy through the earth as well.
Okay, but see that what I'm trying to get at is they would go down there to get away from everything in order to just have the photons, because you'll still have photons hit your pineal gland. Okay, you'll still have.
Oh, the photons don't matter. It's the magnetic field of the earth that
Well, no, your photons are
affects.
good. I mean, you want those. That's what the seers want. They want the photons.
Well,
They don't want all the other crap.
yeah, the magnetite and greigite. Those produce the photons.
Mhm.
They bump together and produce the
Yeah, you
photons when
want
you start
that
out.
to
Yeah.
to fire up your pineal.
Yep.
So, so that's how they would do it. Is they'd like go underground in order to be safe from
Yeah,
all
you'd
this
be
other stuff.
isolated, and you could still have the magnetic field of
Right.
Earth affecting you, which is
The
where we read.
Hadron Collider.
Yeah.
They have to be underground for that reason.
Well,
Mhm.
they have a bigger magnetic field than the Earth with that thing. Stronger.
Really?
Yeah.
Now,
Wow.
they're smashing
Yeah.
photons, right?
Apparently they use that to mess with remote viewers.
They're smashing photons, right?
Well, that's what they say they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
That's the story.
Well, they're smashing particles.
Particles.
Yeah. They're not smashing photons. They haven't gotten that smart yet.
I just listened to a really long thing about plasmoids. Might talk about it on the next show.
Okay.
Plasmoid and plasma beings, which, to answer Hook's question, which I saw a
Mr.
little
Mission
while
gave
back
us
there,
an interesting interpretation on AI and plasma and plasmoids.
there's
That's a
I'm
cool
sure
one.
that there's some of that going on too. But the plasma beings have been known for a long, long time. and they've even been spoken about in esoteric writings. And the beings are like, they are like beings, and they may actually be
The
us.
light beings.
Yes, they may
Yeah.
actually be like are what we are when we're not in a body. So, you know, if intelligence isn't in a body, then it may be in plasma. And actually, I just said on my last show how the first time I saw anything leave a body upon death, the first death I actually witnessed was my father when he died. And I saw the mist come out of him. I saw this cloud kind of come out of him. It's like a little wisp of cloud or smoke or something that they call ectoplasm. And so I have seen it. So it's
magnetic diamonds.
and they can even prove that the body gets lighter after a little bit. And now that they have instruments that can really measure it, they've proven that something leaves the body.
Yeah, it was up to an ounce or two of weight immediately upon death, which can't be accounted for in perspiration or evaporation of liquids or anything like that.
So there is some physical proof that this actually happens, and that is actually, well, when you look at the sky and you see, then there's the other kind of plasma, right? You look at the sky, you see a cloud that's too bright and too dense. It's a plasma cloud. It's not a real cloud. The plasma clouds are usually used to hide something. So, but the plasma beings, and I think this is what it looks to me like, some of the orbs that you're seeing are actually plasma beings. Because it is intelligence. It used to be called ball lightning.
Well, I think it's a good mix of things. The military loves playing with these things too.
Oh, well, we've got stuff up there that's really from here. Absolutely. And I've said this on my show. I've said, look, some of it, this is what I'm told, some of it's real. Some of it comes from our, space brothers and sisters. Some of it comes from our military, dark military. Some of it comes from just, it's a mixed bag of things that we're seeing.
If you find one making, a crop circle, then that's a different thing than what's going on.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
If it's traveling around sensing and probing, a lot of these are to figure out their systems like grok and lavender for targeting, right? They've got to be able to target people. The lost nuclear material, they drove that around for a while, and until they found it. They went above the military bases because the military bases all have deep underground bases. They want to see how their sensing networks work down there. They want to see how their sensing networks work drone against drone. There's all kinds of tests they've done with this. Our reaction was part of the test, how we react to it.
There's a reason they're saying don't shoot them down, and Trump is saying shoot them down. We can count on Trump for that kind of response. same as the balloons, the weather balloons, right, or whatever they weren't. The spy balloons. He
is a good adversary. I like him for that. He's doing a good act for that. I love it.
Just shoot him down.
It's the best show on earth.
So we can count on that. It's like we'll be able to shoot these things down because he'll be like, just shoot him down.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
And it's like and he's doing exactly what the New World Order wants by us doing that too. That's part of it. They want us to practice on them. They're going to practice us shooting at them and us making devices to take them down, and they'll be practicing on that. And that's part of their experiment.
I think just
just like Trump said, he's going to go after the CIA, FBI. That's because they're not needed anymore. It's that can all be done by AI and 6G. They don't need it. So all those people going against Trump for going after the FBI, it's not Trump. It's the system. They've already decided to shut you down. It's not Trump.
It's funny. We're living in different worlds. We're living in way different worlds.
Yeah.
I'm living in a world where things are going to be better.
Oh,
And
things are going to be things are going to be better. Fuel is going to be cheaper. Probably going to have less immigrants around for a while. You might have better jobs and stuff. Trump's going to give us a better road to hell than Harris would have, for sure.
I don't see it that way, though. I don't see it as the road to hell. I just don't. I'm
Trump
sorry.
signed. Trump signed.
I happen to be a seer, and I'm
Well,
seeing that this
Trump
is
signed
not,
5G onto your body.
it's
body.
not that he's, and I'm not saying to look at him as as the end all and be all. Okay, I'm not saying that at all. I don't think any one person could ever be that kind of hero. Really, you should never put all your hopes on one person.
There are systems that are going in. Okay, and no matter who is the president or prime minister or whatever, these systems march forward.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So Trump, he's going to do some good things. Yeah, I agree with you.
That's the progression of that. That's the permanent.
That's the permanent state.
Stuff that's going on that isn't voted.
State. That's the deep state, right?
Yeah.
The deep state is going to continue with communications. Okay. And those communications are now extending into your body. Well, they're already in your body. Now they want to extend those communications to the DNA level. Okay.
See, some of these models that you have to figure in human consciousness, our consciousness. Okay, my consciousness. I've literally changed my world, my
they care about
experience
that
of the
for
world.
The data. They do care about that for the data.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is, don't build these things for them.
Well, we do it no matter what. Everything you do builds it for them.
No, yes, I'm building things for myself.
They build counters, right? Everything you do is they take in and they try to counter, right? Good night, Danny. Just like remote viewing,
it's tough.
What they did with remote viewing, and they have a tough time with the group. They broke into remote. They understood remote viewing years ago.
Yeah.
So they figured out how to counter it.
Actually, before the average person ever got a hold of it, yeah.
And they still practice, on us because they don't seem to be able to counter everybody. They counter some, but it's not a complete system, and it's not.
All I know is I'm rising up out of all that. I'm going to where I'm energetically going to where this is not going to be a problem, and
it's going to take a fight. It's going to take a fight, and it's going to take.
We're going to have to fight it. It's not.
It's going to take 3 years.
A one-time
3 to 5 years.
Thing.
Probably 5 years. You probably have to get rid of Trump to actually fix
it. Probably not in my view. No, I don't think so. I think this is an individual thing.
I'm talking them stopping logging into your body.
Oh,
Trump is not going to do that because he signed it into being. He signed 5G into being on your body.
Although I'm not sure that, this is something that's really obvious. They're not telling these people in power what they're really signing up for. And
everybody there knows. They
so
know
does he know that you're
cybersecurity?
I don't think he does.
Well, I don't know about that.
I don't think he does because I don't think he knew at the time.
Well, then it's up to us to get the message to him, then, isn't it?
Here's the other thing: is that I could tell that they weren't telling Biden, whoever is really running Biden, who we know it wasn't really Biden, who was doing all that stuff. He didn't even know what was going on. He thought he was popular. They were telling him.
They had some of Biden there for a while. But yeah,
they were telling him how popular he was. They were telling Kami too.
Yeah,
she was convinced that she was going to win. She was so convinced that she was going to win that she told a teamster You guys had better get in line behind us because I'm going to win one way or another with or without you, and you guys better get in line.
Yeah.
That's the way she talked to him, and he didn't like it one bit.
From her perspective, she knew, and her people told her, "Well, you do know we're going to cheat again, so
Right.
I think that's a result of cheating is winning. So yeah, we're going to win, and that's why she can say it confidently because you think well, we're going to cheat, so we should win."
Now, but was it real? No, it was false. They told her a story, okay? So, and they told Biden a story. And are they telling Trump a story? Are the people we think are in charge really in charge? If their advisors are telling them something else, but what reality really is, or trying to convince them?
I don't know. I saw Trump at the WEF. He knows that. He goes there.
He goes to everybody. He talks to everybody.
So he must know.
And actually, you know who is crawling to him
actually,
now?
A lot of the technology that is being used, his father had a lot to do with.
Yeah, and his uncle.
Yeah.
Like, so, do I think
powerful? Oh, I know. His family is into some weird stuff, man.
Yeah. So, you know, look at his son. That's a huge kid. Now,
I have been telling people they're hybrids. They're not
augmented.
Yeah, they are. Look at Melania. Does she really even look? She looks like a freaking Pleiadian. Melania.
Yeah.
So, and Barron Trump is like
models are
huge.
But I'm pretty sure they're augmented. You know, Trump at 86 at that level of activity and stuff. You know.
Although I don't think that when you see Trump, every time you see Trump, I don't think it's really him. I think he's got people playing him. Like the McDonald's stunt, the publicity stunt. That wasn't him. That wasn't him. Okay.
Trump, unfortunately, he is coming in to help with a lot of stuff. He is. But he's still part of the system, and he knows.
And they're going to lie to him about a lot of things.
Well, if they have to, yeah.
They've been lying to everybody. They've been lying to everybody.
Right? So
you know, they've been if they lied to Biden, they lied to Harris. They probably lied to everybody. The permanent Washington probably sets up these lies to manipulate people into doing what they want them to do.
Oh, sure.
Even the leaders. So they've already got a plan.
Manipulate them, lie to them, scare them. You know, blackmail them,
right? Because these
do.
people, if they're human, they're subject to all of this, right? So, so this is what it doesn't
Some of them
matter.
It seems like Biden's a subject to it.
Somebody else, like he knows what his job is. I mean, I understand there are other people there to like help it go along, but I mean, like those other people, they know what their job is just as well as Trump knows what his job is.
Yeah.
Like they're the same thing.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I wish Trump was our savior, but unfortunately, it's still us that has to be the savior. It's not Trump.
Yeah, I think we all got to do our own due diligence. We're not going to be able to depend on.
We have to speak as
one person, and I've been saying that you cannot do that.
We have to speak as a mass, and we have to be knowledgeable. You know, so we have to know what's happening to us. So that's why I go over all these documents and stuff, because unless we know what they're doing to us, we can't fight against it.
Right.
You know, no chance.
Basically, yeah. We some of us have got to be aware of these things. But you know what? It's the 100th monkey type thing. Eventually it gets around, you know.
Yeah. That's the hope.
Eventually it gets around. So
that's why I keep rebroadcasting these things, because it's an energetic thing. You know, I'm in an echo chamber in YouTube, but I'm not in an echo chamber with you guys. You know, some of you share documents, some of you just spread words. You know, and it all helps. One person. That's all I need to get to. One person. That's all you need to get to.
There's more than one level of this, John.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Please, we've got to stop thinking that it's only on a physical level. And
No,
you
but
bring up
that's
a lot of good things on the
how it
physical level,
works.
and it's very important
Yeah.
that we have this information. Very important. And I think it's very good of you to do that. This is what you're meant to be doing. However, you got to realize that we fight on not just on a physical level, we're fighting on a spiritual level as well.
Yep. This is
Those
an
of us
energetic
who,
expression as well. Yeah.
and that's my job, is like teaching you how to fight on an energetic and spiritual level. That's part of my job. And so that's what I teach. And so I'm teaching processes and things to do to clear your own mind so that you are not helping them create the world that they want. You're creating the world that you want.
Yep. Keep the negative thoughts out of your mind, and they
Right.
can't retransmit them to you.
Right. The
That's,
more that you have, and you know what, you can tell when they're getting tired when it's something from way in the past.
or physical. They'll go to physical
Right.
at the end of the rope.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
a nail go into my foot when I was very young, and because they ran out of emotional attachments to attack, they went after the physical, and I felt the pain for a moment of that nail going through my foot, and I knew it was them. And it only took me a few seconds to go, nope, you're not doing it, and you can push that right out, you know.
Yep, me too. I've had that, and it's like, oh no, I know where this is coming from. Hell no, no.
Yep.
So
Because really, I don't think human beings experience any pain at all ever in our natural existence. I don't think we
probably
do at all.
not. I don't think it was
No,
really,
you know, things that are negative, we just move on from. You know,
Mhm.
things that are positive, we hold, you know, for a much longer time, in our natural state, I think.
Yeah, I think really holding stuff in a pain body is probably it. The pain body is something that you can whittle away at and gradually
Yeah.
dissolve.
Yeah.
So, yeah, is it really even
Natural. Yeah.
natural? Probably not.
Probably not. No.
So, yeah, we've got to work on that too. So, but I'm saying even beyond all this, beyond all the technology, beyond 60, I don't care what G or whatever G spot they're trying to do, right? Whatever they're trying to stimulate. No, whatever G they're trying to mess with right now, we're still more powerful. Okay? Remember that. You're God walking around in a body. Okay? Don't forget that. Don't forget that we've already intended a lot of things into and out of existence. I've done it in my own life. Okay, I've intended things. I've manifested things that nobody ever thought would happen. Okay, and when we collectively do, remember, a lot of groups without even knowing that each other was doing it. We didn't give each other memos that we were going to fight Milton, that we were going to calm down the Milton storm so that it wouldn't double devastate that area, because we knew that that Milton storm was supposed to be the 1-2 punch that was supposed to
All
completely
right.
destroy that
I
area.
got to cut this off. I have class in, well, it won't be 2 minutes, but it'll be as soon as I can get it up and running.
Okay, well, the finish
All
of
right.
this is we damped down that storm, and there were many groups all over that did that. And in a lot of places, all they got was just a light rain.
Yep.
So yeah, we can completely bugger them.
Yep. And that was a nanotech geoengineered
Yeah,
mess. Yep. And you can
we can
override
completely
that.
shut them down. So don't forget that part.
And don't forget
Okay,
about pilot erection and grounding yourself. All
absolutely.
good stuff. All right, guys. Till next time. Much love.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.